guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J. Yeah! Mundo. What? And Shane O'Mac. Acknowledge me. Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live on stereo and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got two words for you.
Then, now, forever. Together.
We are here. We see that you're here. For this is Tuesday night. This is NXT night. This is our night. This is our before Friday to all of us wrestling fans, to all of us NXT fans, to all of us the Three Bells Podcast fans. What's good, everybody? It's me, your homie Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells Podcast table. I am here, but I'm never here alone. I'm here with Mr. CEO, Mr. AKA himself. It's Mr. Mundo. Mr. Daz, what's good, man? How are you?
Yeah! What's up, everybody? You know what time it is.
Hey. Who is good, everybody? It's your boy Mundo, a.k.a. Mr. AKA himself, and I'm here with my guy, Shane O'Mac. Man, oh man, what a impactful, crazy night that we got from NXT tonight. I'm feeling good. It's Tuesday, my Sunday, your Tuesday. It might be somebody else's Wednesday. I don't know, but what a day to have wrestling. Shane O'Mac, let's get it.
So, yes, I see that you're here. And I see that there's someone in the listening section. It's our homie Lawan. What's good, Lawan? How are you? Hope all is well. Hope all is good. And I see that Jay hasn't arrived yet. He's still on assignment, but hopefully he will arrive shortly. So with all that being said, there's only one thing for me to say. There's only one thing for me to do. Because we're all set. We're all ready. We're all here. And this is the Three Bells Podcast, fellas. So we are continuing our host swap week. So as you know, yesterday we had Triple J. Triple J, he hosted our Raw episode. He did an outstanding job. Congratulations on you. So I'm taking his seat today for NXT. And then, of course, the homie, the CEO, Mr. Mundo, he's going to host Friday Night SmackDown. And it should be an interesting SmackDown in Chicago also. He got the good one. I hear a ding.
The King of Kings.
Up.
Yeah, the King of Kings is here. It's your boy, Triple J. What's going on, fellas? I'm home. What's good?
Time to play the game.
Hello, Jay. What's going on, Jay? Jay has made it. Although you came in between a sentence, so you didn't catch me. You didn't catch me mid-word, mid-sentence. I was at the end. Nice try. If you have came in like a second sooner or a second later, you would have caught me, and that would have been a good moment. But
it's okay.
You lose. But it's still good to have you here, man. It's good to have the full table here, man. Good to hear. So being that you're just getting here, Jay, I was reminding everybody as to how good of a job that you did yesterday on hosting Raw. So I was giving you your flowers.
Thank you, bro. Definitely appreciate that.
And hopefully, with your help and Des' help, I'll be able to do this show because let me tell you something. This was tricky. This is a tricky show to host, man. I don't know how you guys do it. With all of these promos and all of this researching that I had to do to get the few clips that I have, I don't even have every clip. So, but we're going to make it work.
I make it happen every Tuesday. Make it happen every Tuesday. Producing this is it's harder than Raw because not everything is available. And
it
crazy
sure isn't.
The crazy thing is the stuff becomes available once we're on air. So I'm participating, but then I'm also on the computer like, oh, now this shit is here. Like I've been looking for this for the last half an hour or so. So yeah.
Ugh. It's terrible, terrible. But you know what? It's going to be okay because we still got a lot to talk about. We still have a show, so let's get it. Let's hit it. All right, so we spoke about this battle royal. We had our predictions. We had what we want to see, and for what I was hearing, everything had made sense. Our ideas and stuff like that. It all made sense. And we was even talking about mainly, and I think we all said in unison, in unity, that the men's battle royal is, main event worthy. But according to the executives, they felt that it was a great opener. Not only that, but we also spoke about how we hope that we get to see, which participant is going to enter and be in the battle royal. But oddly enough, the show starts off immediately with the graphics of one of our rising stars, one of our favorite rising stars, Mr. Javon Evans. That's a cool, nice little animation, by the way, Des. They did show the exact same animation again, where they showed his graphic and then it crumbled and then you see his face. So I was like, okay, we're gonna get an in-ring interview where he's gonna talk about what happened last week, and then the next shot is a wide shot of 23 participants already in the ring. I mean, where did this happen? When did all of these guys get into the ring? They're just all standing there like cramped up in the ring. So Javon comes in, and then lo and behold, Dez's favorite guy, the guy that Dez has a new love for his theme song for, Mr. Joe Hendry, he comes out with I must say, I will give his flowers because that pop he got was big. For a place that small, he got an arena size pop. So apparently, Des, you're not the only fan of his. And then, of course, Mr. Special Contract himself, Ethan Page, comes out. That's your 25, participants. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Des and Jay. Your thoughts and opinions or whatever about match number 1, the men's battle royal, and the winner, a title match with Trick Williams. Hit it.
Well, as you stated, it was a surprise appearance by Joe Hendry. But I mean, they've been dropping that Easter egg for about a week or so by continuing to say their name and they appear, whatever that nature. And he did. And like you said, that pop was amazing. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. And I never knew that he was obviously from the other side of the pond. So when he actually had his little promo before he got in the ring, I was like, oh shit. Okay, cool. Nice accent. And obviously he has good promo skills. So I would have loved to see him, or you never know, maybe he might show up again on NXT, but oh my gosh. Yeah. And then once he got in the ring and they were getting ready to start the match, well, he came in the ring and then Ethan Page came in. And then once the match was about to get started, here comes Oro out of nowhere, again attacking Ethan Page. And now they fall out of the ring and then they're just fighting all the way to the back. I'm like, okay, Oro is, yep, I like this. They're making him no longer that funny guy, a part of metaphor. Now he's pissed off, a badass, and this is the 4th time now that he's attacked Ethan Page. And next thing you know, the match starts, and the entire NXT WWE locker rooms came together to attack Ethan and eliminate him. I'm like, oh, really? That fast? We didn't even get a minute into the match, and apparently the audience there had the same sentiments as I did, because then they started chanting bullshit, bullshit, and I'm like, you know what? That was bullshit. Like, did we really
who?
get
They attacked
what?
who?
Joe Hendry.
Okay. No, for a second I thought you said Ethan. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I said Oro attacked Ethan, but right? I did say that, right?
Yeah, you said that. But then when you said the whole WWE, whatever locker room, and it's for a second it sounded like you said they all attack Ethan.
Oh,
That's
well,
why yeah.
I don't know. It's possible. I might have said that, but
Yeah, it's
they
possible. Yeah,
all
continue.
attacked Joe and eliminated him, and the fans and I were pissed off, and for a good minute or so they were chanting bullshit, and I'm just like, damn, they did all that just for him to make an entrance, not even throw a move or nothing, like shit. But I guess the fact that he was there was just the main thing. That the fact that one of the top or rising stars, I don't really know his status in TNA because I don't watch. So, but obviously it was something. It was big enough for him to make the move over to NXT for tonight. So that's nice to see that this is clearly a revolving door now. And yeah, I'm moving on to the final 4, which was Spears, Lee, Javon, and it was another talent from TNA. Jay, do you know who this guy was? Because obviously we didn't see him enter the match, but he was from
It
TNA.
was. I think the last name was like Constaglione. I don't know. It's like an Italian name.
Yeah, because Vic sometimes just glosses over shit and leaves you hanging. You just be like, "What the fuck?" Like, you're supposed to explain this shit to us. All you're saying
He was
is like, "Yeah,
the guy was already in the fucking ring.
right." That's what I'm saying. We didn't even see him enter, so I don't know who you are. But the fact that he was like, "Oh, this is our final 4. We have who's gonna win it? Somebody from LWO, NXT, TNA," and I'm just like, "Who the fuck is from TNA? Okay, who is this guy? What's his name?" But anyway, yeah. And then we got down to the final 3 with Evans, Lee, and Javon. And Spears got knocked out of the ring. And then we got a short little glimpse of what a match would look like between Dragon Lee and Javon Evans. And I was like, mwah, I would love to see that 101 because that shit was fucking great. Seeing those two going back and forth like that. Ooh, I would love to see that. That's going to be a good match between those two. And then Dragon Lee got knocked off the top rope by Spears and eliminated. And then we got that 101 between Spears and Evans again, and that was great as well. And then the young OG, he got that victory, and here you go. We got that number 1 contender for Heatwave, Mr. Javon Evans. Congratulations, young man. Triple J.
With this, it was like like we always stating before, we wanted to see more as far as who was coming out and like have it main event style. It just didn't feel right to have it in the beginning and 20 some odd men in the ring, and then we get the last couple of people, and then with Joe Hendry, one of my guys hit me up and say, "Yo, doesn't he remind you of Mr. Kennedy with the pop that he got and in the way that he talks?" And I was like, maybe I gotta give him a chance. I don't know too much about him, so no, I'm just bringing this up to you guys on that. And within this match itself, it had a nice pace to it, but the way the final 4 was, when it's like Spears dipped and nobody knew Spears, was gone from everything. So that was very sneaky. But to see that Dragon Lee and and Javon Evans going at it, that shit was fire. That's must see TV. And even this guy had a nice little showing. The Dawn, he had a decent little showing out there. Did his thing. His little his desk press, his slams were crazy, but he got tossed out too. And my thing is, we gotta have babyface versus babyface for the title. I don't get it at all. But I thought maybe a heel would win to face Trick. Like when I saw Spears and Javon in there, I felt Spears would probably win again, only because of the fact that we needed a heel and a guy that could really teach Trick in the ring, and that's basically Spears himself. But when Javon won, it just made me think: are they gonna treat Javon as the male version of Page and have him win the title and be the youngest ever for the men? It's just is a real thought process out there that he could really beat Trick. So I definitely would be up to seeing it, but it's just the weird way it happened. Salute to Javon for the win, and let's see what you could do at Heatwave.
Fellas, I'm seeing all over Twitter, like, people are really pissed off that Joe got eliminated so fast. Like, they're not happy with that result and they're questioning it. But my thing is, if you, like, before you got all in your feelings, did you listen to what he said once he was eliminated? Because they got a close up on purpose, because he said this is not over with, like, as if he's vowing to return again. And he's pretty much, I don't remember who he was looking at, but it was a few people there that he was literally just getting into. I don't know if it was the other guy from TNA or somebody from WWE. So maybe this is not the last time we say his name and he appears.
Des, I'm glad you said that, because guess what? We'll let him answer that question. Here we go.
Oh, and if it isn't Shawn Michaels, was that your idea there? 24 men against me, Joe Hendry versus NXT. Well, you know what, Shawn? I can show up anywhere, anytime, on any show. All you got to do is say his name. I believe.
Yeah, it was Shawn Michaels he was talking to when he came backstage.
Ooh,
And
really?
yeah. So yeah, Des, I strongly believe that he is coming back. There's no way that you can do all of this hype just for that to happen, and then that's the end. We're totally going to see him again. I bet a lot of money that we're going to see him again in an NXT ring. There's no way that it's just going to be that and that's it.
I was
Yeah.
kind of surprised with the amount of with the certain people that were in that ring. Seeing Los Lotharios, I mean from Santos Crew, and then what was it, that weird guy, that Castaglione guy. I was expecting more group members of, the only group that really was there was NQCC, and look at how they got handled, all three at once, more or less.
I
That
mean,
shit was hilarious.
you have representation from the family, LWO, LDF. Apollo Crews was randomly there.
Mhm.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
god, randomly.
And then you had a lot of NXT guys that you personally said would be in the match, Jay, when you was giving me the list of 25 guys that could be in it.
Yeah,
So
they
I
was all in
mean,
there.
yeah.
I like with Santos guys, I didn't expect. I didn't name those guys.
Well, I mean, think about it though. They've been on NXT a lot this year between them and the other guys from LWO. So I wasn't
Man,
too surprised. Um, yeah, I mean, even Ridge represented Chase U. You know,
Are you okay with the baby face versus baby face?
Yeah, I mean, we done had heel versus heel. I mean, they're completely blurring the lines of what we are used to with wrestling these days. Now it's like anybody can go against anybody now. It doesn't have to be the
Yes.
the stereotypical bad guy versus the good guy. It could be good guy versus good guy, bad guy versus bad guy. It doesn't matter. And you know what? It doesn't matter because we're still gonna follow it up. We're gonna eat it up and cheer it on.
Mm-hmm. But when it comes to like, okay, when you have good guy, this case right here, Evans versus Trick Williams, it's like you like the both of them, and it's like I kind of don't want to see them fight, but I understand what's at stake and what type of history can be made. So I understand that in a way. But then if you talk about bad guy versus bad guy, we won't mind that because there's always that one guy that favors over the other bad guy. You understand what I'm saying? So there's that difference. You know what I'm saying? Like just this past weekend with Damian Priest and Drew. They're both bad guys, but Drew had a lot of pop. People like Drew more. Some people like Damian more. But they're both bad guys, right?
Now, yeah, with that though, if you take that match out of Scotland and you put it here in America, it would have probably been the other way around. It would have been
Totally.
Drew getting more of the boos and Damian getting more of the cheers. But since he was
Absolutely.
home, of course they're going to be like, oh, hell no. He's the hometown hero. Yes, we're going to cheer the hell out of him no matter what the hell he's been doing.
Right. But my point is with the two heels fighting, there's always going to be that one heel that people is going to like more or that heel that people's going to hate more than the other. Therefore, one of those heels is going to get a lot of pop, as opposed to these two good guys. It's very conflicting because it's like we like them both. They both get a lot of pops from the same people. So yeah, it's like yes and no about this match between Evans and Williams for me. But
But
I tell you what, it's going to be a damn good match.
yeah, is that not how you build up the younger character though? You're building up his fan base by having him go up against the top babyface and not be bad. Like, yes, you can still cheer for him and it won't be an
Mhm,
issue because that's what we want you to do. We want you to
mhm.
cheer for him so we can build him up to be the next Trick. So when Trick leaves, we got him. He's still our guy.
But are we ready for Trick to hand the mantle? Is it that time or is it too early? I
No,
think it's too early.
we're still building the young OG. We still building him. But you notice that he's been getting more main event slots. He's getting more
Hmm.
TV time. But that's because he's proving himself in the ring. He's doing a hell of a job in that ring where it matters the
Absolutely,
most.
absolutely, absolutely. He is a superstar. He his moves are clean. He's an awesome seller. And basically, you could put him up against anybody, and we will all say, wow, I could see him fighting Dragon Lee. That would be a good fight. Damn, he's going to fight Spears. Oh, that's going to be a dynamite match. Him and Trick, the homie Trick. Ah, shit, I can't wait for this. So he's that dude. A great seller, he's just awesome. And at a young age, with all of that flying around, Des and Jay, for a second, I thought that he was from, what do you call that circuit we was talking about? SGW. I don't know why I thought that SGW, and I felt like tossing dirt in the ring so that he can so that he can gain some strength and
Oh Lord.
hand spears and kick ass. Yeah, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. It's
You know what
bad,
I
but
com-
hey,
you
yes,
know what I
Jay.
compare Javon Evans to, and
Hmm.
I think Dez will probably get it more than anything. Like they drafted the kid basically more or less to NXT. He came from the ranks, and he's moving up the food chain pretty quick. This is like equivalent to baseball when you're in the minor leagues and all of a sudden you make the jump from like the first class of single A baseball to like triple A, and boom, next thing you know, you're on the scene. You're in the big leagues. I feel this is the plan for Javon. If he's impressing this fast, that he's gonna be on the main roster before the end of the year. If all said and done, just because of the fact that, like I said, if he does beat Trick and becomes the youngest ever to win NXT title, then it's similar to how Paige, when she came up and she won the NXT title, and then like a couple of weeks later, she's on the main roster fighting AJ Lee. I can see something like that brewing in the pot for a guy like that. That's the reason why I compared it to like a baseball type style, where it just started from the bottom and already shot up the ranks. I think he's gonna beat him. I ain't gonna lie. I think he's gonna beat him.
Ooh, you think he's gonna beat Trick?
I think so.
Ooh.
I think so.
Oh,
I'm
so
not.
what, are you trying to tell us that Trick is about to turn heel? Because there ain't no way he gonna lose and then be all happy go lucky about it.
I don't know. I think somebody got to be the heel in this match. So if anything, maybe Trick gets the turn.
Oh man,
It's just
Shane.
it's just a thought in my head right now. I feel the treatment.
See, this is what I was saying. The two good guys, somebody has to be a low percentage of a heel.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some jealousy and some envy that's going on there. You're talking about Trick. You saw what he went through. All of that shit that he went through just to get to this moment, and then have this new Jack kid just come in and just take my shit. His feelings, his ego is going to be hurt. Best believe. I can see him do a heel turn much quicker than Evans, because I see
Yes,
Evans
and
going like, yes, teacher, yes, sensei. Okay. I didn't get it this time, but I got you next time. Good fight. But let it be the
mm-hmm.
other way around. You taking my shit? Yeah, I'll shake your hand and say congratulations, but then when you raise your arms and you turn around, I'm slapping you in the back of your head. And then
Because
that's a whole new story, right,
because
Jay?
if you look at the skill set that Javon has already at 19, 20 years old, whatever age he is, Trick doesn't have that. Trick is still trying to figure it out in the ring as to what moves he has to use to beat people, because he's slowly using Booker T shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like what they've been saying about Damian Priest, a transitional champion. That's what I feel could happen to Trick, because Javon's moveset is just clearly 100% better. The flips, the dives, everything, all of that shit is cleaner. You see when
Mm-hmm.
Trick is slowly doing his kicks, doing the Booker T side angle shit, the little rock bottom. He's figuring that out. He doesn't have a timed skill set yet. Javon already does, and they see that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trick is like he's like that 3.8 grade, that 3.8 grade point average kid in high school, and then here comes Evans 4.0, and he's just skipping grade after grade. Next thing you know, he's in junior high school. Junior high school is too
Mm-hmm.
small for him, and now he's
Mm-hmm.
inching his way up to the same class level as Trick. So this should be
Yes,
very interesting. This is going to be very, very interesting.
like how you put
Before I
that.
play these messages, because we're going to talk about Mr. Evans later, because he's still in the show later on. So we're going to talk a lot about him and everybody else here. But congratulations to Evans. Mr. Mundo, if you can be so kind as to say hello to the people in the listening section, that thing you do so well.
Yes, sir. No problem. Please forgive me tonight, guys. I do not have my extra equipment, so everything will be done by me. So first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to our listeners column. First and foremost, Donatella, Queen. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for listening in, for being here since we started. Thank you, and thank you. The Prince of Monday Night Raw, LaJuan, my tag team partner. What's going on, bro? Thank you very much. And live from Stereo Radio, our guy Greg. What's going on, Greg? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? And of course, the incomparable, the greatest DJ in the world today. It's DJ Young and Nut. If he ain't playing, I ain't staying. Stay.
Thank you, Dez. Awesome job as always. See, that's why I have him. I asked him because he does it the best. Thank you, Dez, and thank you to everyone that has tuned in, that is chilling. Greg, do not be a spoiler. Leave a message later on. You know how long we on here, so do your thing later on, okay? Because you like
Thank you,
to do
Shane.
that awesome, summarize thing, but we just started. Like, it was a very heavy first match, so we just now finished talking about the first match. So just hang in there for a little while, Greg, okay? Thank you. We're going to play a couple of messages before we move on. Boom!
The best part was the fact that jackass didn't last long, did he? Like I said, I don't believe! Boom.
Oh, that's why?
You said, Ethan, you met the Joe Hendry, who was actually eliminated by Frankie Kazarian from TNA, who was in AEW, and actually for like 2 seconds he was in WWE a long time ago. So yeah, the guy who got dumped out, Ethan Page never got eliminated. He went through the middle rope. Also, yeah, Joe Hendry, who you apparently believe in, got his ass kicked out of the ring because no one believes in him, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't. Anyway.
Such a hater.
Hey, don't sing too loud, Boom. I'm telling you, he's going to return. LaJuan says...
This show is sponsored by Shane O'Mac's Coffee, because if he ain't playing, I ain't staying. This show is also sponsored by Did You Know? Did you know? No. Did you know? And this show is also sponsored by Jay's Yep. Yo, shout out to Mundo. Shane O'Mac, Triple J. What up, bros? It's good to see y'all. Good to hear y'all.
That was funny. That was
LaJuan.
funny.
I love LaJuan. Yeah, here's one more for LaJuan.
I wouldn't mind Trick Williams being a heel. It would be different. I don't think anyone ever seen him become a heel. So maybe him becoming heel will be different. Maybe we get to see a different side of Trick Williams. This might be a different or better version of himself. A lot of wrestlers don't know how to be heel. Some wrestlers know how to be face. Some wrestlers know how to be heel. Some wrestlers know how to do both. Maybe if we get a chance to see the other side, then maybe we get to look at him different. And that's probably a good thing.
Interesting. But again, it could go either way. Greg is leaving a message. Greg, don't be a spoiler.
Is Trick going to turn heel? Let's think about this, guys. Everybody turns heel or face at least a couple times in their career, right? Except if you're John Cena. But John Cena was a heel for a little bit, like after his second inclination when he was the Thugonomics or whatever. Rey Mysterio was never a heel, which is insane. But you know what? Being a heel or a face, it can happen, Trick has been the underdog. He's come up or whatever. But let's think about it. Is it a good idea for him to turn heel? I don't think so at the moment. I don't think he needs to do that. You can have two faces face each other. It's happened before. WrestleMania 12, Iron Man match, they were both faces. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. So it can happen. But I love NXT. Even though it is the minor leagues, but they're moving on up. Rest in peace, Willie Mays.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say that earlier, but
Um,
yes. Let me zoom down here. I was going to say, giving my great condolences to the family and friends of the San Francisco Giants. Uh, Legend and Hall of Famer Willie Mays. He passed away earlier today at the age of 93, fellas.
mm,
Why
mm,
is he a legend? 300 plus home runs, 300 plus stolen bases, and over 3,000 hits in his
mm,
career. And he also has 12 gold gloves. Mm,
mm.
mm.
Eesh. Rest in peace to the Say Hey Kid. For real. He was a
Yeah.
New York Met as well. So we definitely feel the pain. Feel the pain for number 24, aka Barry Bonds' godfather.
Ah, I didn't know that. Ah, okay, okay. So yeah, that's just tonight's show. It's for you, Mr. Mays. It's for you. So let's go to the locker room, fellas. We're in the women's locker room, and there's a lot of girls in there. They all look gorgeous, and I can't tell who's who. But for my research, I think it's Ren Sinclair and Fallon Henley and Soruka. I have a tiny clip. Let's hear what they complain about.
You've got to be kidding me, right? You've had, what, one match and think that you deserve a title shot? I mean, no. If anyone deserves a championship match around here, it's me. But
Fallon.
didn't you have your chance at Battleground? In Vegas, Fallon didn't come first.
Sure
That's
didn't.
true. No, you can sit down. Out of everybody in this locker room right now, I am the only one that deserves a championship match.
Really? I deserve a match.
You
said
really
too.
do.
I got
No.
different energy. I'm
I mean, I literally pinned Lopez.
Yeah, and then they start clucking, and so yeah, another group of women they just complaining about I should win and I should be the next and I should be the next. That's going to be the theme for today. Just a bunch of people just complaining about how I should be next. I should be next. Why is this person doing it? Why is this person doing it? Whatever, whatever. We have another conversation in the back. We have later today tag team partners Roxy and Lola. Lola, she is, she's doing her martial arts thing, her training thing, where she's punching on this poor dummy, poor bruised up dummy. And then Roxy comes up to her and they say,
Hold up. Do you think I'm stupid? I saw the way you were looking at my championship last week. And if you even think about getting...
Yeah, I was. But I'm not going to pretend to be friends with you just to get close to that championship. Mira, I'll tell you my plan. I'm going to knock out every woman that gets in the way of me and this opportunity. And that includes the 4 women we're facing tonight. So don't worry. I'm not coming after you yet. Now you ready to bring this heat?
I don't expect you to understand this, but as NXT Women's Champion, I don't trust you. I don't trust anybody. Let's go handle business.
as she should, as she should. Will they be a good tag team? We'll see later on. Then we're still in the back. Chase U is in the back with Mr. Hollins, and then OC comes up and they're doing their whole Revenge of the Nerds quotes and stuff like that. And Thea Hale looking just as cute as she want to be, is amping them up and da. If you guys want to talk about that, if not, we can move on. We can move on to match number 2, which is a women's triple threat match with Lash slash Jakara versus JC and Nyx versus Lola and Roxy. Jay, we'll start with you and then Des to follow your thoughts of what you saw in this match.
My apologies, Jay, because Shane said we could talk about something, but then we didn't even
Go
have a
ahead, go
chance
ahead.
to interject. So yeah, just in that scene with Chase U, we saw Ridge finally being accepted into Chase U. He got his colors, he got his shirt, and they were basically welcoming him into Chase U. And then they told us why we didn't see Riley, because he was in the UK, quote unquote. So yeah, I just wanted to just add that into there, because now that for people to fully understand, Ridge is now a full-fledged member of Chase U officially.
Yo, that shit the OC told them. They was like, he got finally accepted, and he's turning from a brute to a nerd. You know, I was like, yo, they always talk about nerd for some reason. Call everybody a nerd. Back like from like maybe a couple of years ago, and now they bringing back that line. I thought that was actually cool, and the fact that the OC again called him kid. Like, okay, kid. They don't want to hear what they got to say, more or less. So this is a good step up for Chase U to actually get their chance with the OC. I want to see this.
So, fellas, let me ask this question. Being still on this subject here, the way Hollins was looking at the shirt, was he looking at the shirt that way? Because he did it, I think, twice or three times where he pulled the bottom and looked at it. Did he get off? Did he give off that he was happy to be there, or was he questioning? Like, it almost looked like a question mark was over his face. It was so weird to read him. Or maybe it's me, Daz.
I think it might just be disbelief that he's being accepted into a group again. I mean, the Brawling Brutes I don't know, it just faded away without real reason. And yeah, so I guess he might be just in disbelief in the fact that he is welcomed into another faction and they full-heartedly are welcoming him and want him there. Maybe.
I'm still curious with Ridge because his ass was supposed to be retired like 2 months ago. I think he's up to something. He's looking like he's slowly trying to break this whole group up by himself, one by one. And if Riley's gonna be the beginning of it, with him not being there tonight, and them bringing him into the group without Riley there, there's the beginning of something that's gonna be good for TV because the group's about to go soon.
So is it fair to say that that whole graduation speech that he made in the ring where he was talking about retiring, did he actually do that as to get sympathy points, thus Chase U having their eyes on him? And if that's
Quite
the case
possibly.
of him breaking up Chase U, what is the point of him doing that?
I told
Like,
you
did
so. I would say,
well, I
you
told you
know,
so that I can do it, or
like as far as just the way like it felt like a forced entry into the group. And
mm-hmm,
you see how Riley was acting the entire time, like, yo, how you let this outsider come inside this and this what we got going on.
right?
So I'm looking at it as to the fact that when we saw Ridge before that, Ridge was already kind of still in heel mode and bashing people with chairs. So sticking to my guns with this. I think he's playing them really bad, really bad.
Mm, mm. So it is possible that his face, when he saw the shirt, his face was kind of giving off that his
Like
plan
that.
is possibly
hmm
working. Okay,
hmm
okay.
I think he got word from JC Jane probably because look at he's just doing something similar.
Mm,
Get accepted, help him out, and then break it all up.
mm. To be continued.
hmm
Speaking of assembles, Jay, since your mic is up or open, why don't you start the conversation of match number 2, the women's triple threat match, and then Des will follow. Hit it.
With this triple threat match, I was kind of surprised to see Jakara finally getting some burn out there. We barely see Jakara wrestle. She did a nice couple of moves in the ring, like what she did. seen what Lash did with the double team suplex that she did. That shit was nice. Also, Lola's back elbow was that shit's just devious. And you could see also JC Jane brung the dashing Cody nose protector. So I thought she was gonna use it and actually wear it, but she didn't. Jasmine, I don't know. I'm not sold on her. She needs a lot of work. Lola and Roxy, they look good as a tag team, even though they don't like each other. The way they was clicking, shit, that shit was nice until the end. And I give it to Roxy for taking it at the end and doing the pop rocks. And Lola looked right at her. Like, look, I'm coming for that title. I don't mind being your tag team partner. And then what Roxy do? Bow! Smacked her with the back elbow. Not smacked, but she back elbowed her and dropped her. And then, Lola looks at her and she's like, ¿Por qué? Why? And another stomp. Poof. You're like, oh shit, Roxy's not playing. She's coming for everybody. And look, just like with the Trick and Javon Evans, babyface. Look at this one, two heels. It's gonna be interesting. Roxy, you got quite a fight on your hands because you're a prime target for just about everybody, and we can see Lola's up there and she's ready.
For me, I'm just still in awe of the power of Lash Legend. I mean, the way she held those two grown ass women up like that and just was toying with them in between the ropes. I'm just and then and lets Roxy go and then still holding JC and then uses JC as a weapon to hit Roxy. I'm just like, damn, this chick is strong. And like y'all said, Jakara, we don't see her participate too much. It's the same thing with Oro. The two fighters in metaphor is usually Lash and Noam. But lately we've been seeing more Jakara, and obviously we've been seeing Oro on this tear right now. So maybe they're going to be unleashed. But yeah, when they came back from commercial break, they had a camera shot of this Boston Crab triangle choke combo that was happening to Lola at the same time. And I was just like, well, goddamn. Like, if she taps out, who's going to win? I mean, because they're both, doing a submission on her. But I thought that was pretty cool. And then that DDT Russian leg sweep combo by Roxy was another nice spot there in this match. And those kick combos that Lola did to Jasmine and Jakara, because that shows off that MMA style, those high leg lifts, and like I was just like, oh, it looks really really cool visually. It was like really really cool to see, and I'm just like, all right, Lola, I see you, girl. And then right after that, JC just punches the shit out of Lola, and I was like, oh, she dropped her. And then right after that, Lash punches the shit out of JC and dropped her. I'm like, yo, all right, they turning up the intensity right now. Okay, ladies, I see y'all. And then I'm just like, damn, Lash is really, really, really strong. And then right when I'm thinking about that, here she goes and grabs JC and Lola and gives them a double suplex. I'm just like, this chick is a monster. They need to push her. Again, I'm still mad at that loss that she took to Lyra months ago that stunted her rise, and she's been on a iffy path ever since then. They need to push this chick, man. But then for some reason she decides to tag Jakara back in, and then Lola knocks her ass out. And then Roxy decides to, steal the shine. And this is just gonna be a hell of a match once it happens. I mean, it needs to happen because Lola's the reason why Roxy had to wait extra long to get the title in the first place. So, going back to the original story is perfect now, especially with Lyra out of the picture. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. But shout outs to my girl Roxy and Lola for their win tonight. Shane O'Mac.
Good take, fellas. Very good takes. I was just Jakari. It was the first time that I've ever seen her in the ring like that, and I must say I was impressed. I was impressed with her. And Lash, she's not human. I don't know what she is, but she's not human. She has to be a robot from our robot. Will Smith is watching. I'm just saying. But all in all, it was a good match. I love it when the ladies can go out there and they can do their thing. And I love when I'm impressed with someone that I've seen for the first time. I would love to see Metaphor do more because, Jakara and Oro both impressed me like, oh, snap. I have no idea that they was capable of doing that. This whole time they had all of that in their arsenal. You got to give them more time to shine. Put them in more stories. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to this Lola and Roxy. That is going to be quite a match. Quite a match. Congratulations to you two ladies. And to be continued. Let's go to the general manager Ava's office, for she is having a meeting with Mr. Evans. What's going on in their office? Let's listen.
Javon, congratulations on winning the Battle Royal. That's a big deal.
Nah, I appreciate you. Thank you for putting me in there.
Don't thank me. That was all you. I didn't do anything.
Come on now.
Maybe you should do something. Maybe you should do something. How about you do something about that menace? Or a menace who's what?
Ethan?
4 times now?
Ethan, I did. I kicked him out of the building.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. How about this suggestion? How about you kick him out of the entire company? Because if it wasn't for him, actually, you know what? Screw him. I'm still in the Battle Royal. It's still happening right now. I was never eliminated. What the hell are you laughing at? The results tonight should be null and void. I should be in this room right now having this victory chat. The winner. Not some punk ass 20-year-old kid.
Punk 20-year-old kid. You know what's crazy? This punk 20-year-old kid has another match in him tonight. Do you? Or has been Oro been kicking your goofy ass right?
Oh, I got another match in me, no problem.
Oh, problem.
Hey, Javon, are you sure?
Come on, no, Ava, no. I got it. I'm always with him. How about I get him in the main event tonight? Goofball.
Oh.
Main event sounds perfect to me.
Yeah, Javon, you can have all the heart in the world, but you have nothing between your ears.
All right. Save this for the main event. Save this.
And just like that, folks, we have a main event. Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. Like I said, we're going to be talking about them later tonight. So we're in the hallways and we are watching Mi Chien and Kalani Jordan walking down as they are heading to the ring to prepare for their match, which is, believe it or not, this is the first women's North American title match. This is match number 3. Kalani Jordan versus Mi Chien. Dez and then Jada, follow your thoughts on this title match.
Yeah. First time ever. Kalani gets to defend the Women's North American Championship. And right off the bat, the Good Brothers come out. And I'm like, all right, support, even though they should have came out with her. But all right, it was a slight distraction. But the match starts, and I thought the match was a good match overall. They got some time. Let me reiterate that. This match was way better than the match that the SmackDown Mi Chien had on Friday with what do you call it? Nia Jax. I don't get the dynamic. We got 2 different Mi Chiens within days of each other, but okay. But the match overall was a good match to me. Kalani, she's still a little green, but I mean, I think when she gets more confidence, she'll be even better. Maybe she needs to train a little bit more with Mello. But Mi Chien, she's good. She's good. I like the nice little splash over the top rope by Kalani. There's like a torpedo type splash over the top rope onto Michin after Michin was caught by Luke Gallows when she was trying to do a suicide dive, and Kalani had moved out the way. And this crossbody that Michin and Lonnie both decided to do, and they just basically crashed into each other in the middle of the ring. I was like, okay, that looked like that might have hurt a little bit, but they're tough. They can take that. And that cartwheel into the back elbow by Lonnie. I'm seeing that a lot of these women have gymnastic, cheerleading backgrounds, so they're able to do these creative spins and stuff into certain wrestling moves, which gives it more life, and I like that. That German suplex into the bridge count pin was also a nice little move. One move that scared the shit out of me was the Poison Rana by Kalani, because I thought Michin fell on her head and neck. I don't know. Maybe it looked worse than it was, but that shit scared the hell out of me. I was like, whoa. I don't know who messed that up more, but I'm just like, that was scary right there. And next thing you know, OTM comes out, and I'm like, all right, what the hell? Why are they coming out? But then I thought to last week when the Good Brothers were out there, and Jada basically got screwed over because of their appearance last week, and OTM vowed that they were going to make it up. And then next thing you know, here comes Jada, and she throws Michin off the top rope. I was like, well, goddamn. I'm like, okay, I like that they're keeping this story going between the two of them, because they put on a hell of a match last week. And then Kalani hit her finisher and got the win in her first defense. So shout outs to her for winning. But I can't wait to see what else. Hopefully we don't get a 3-way, a 3-on-3 tag match. I don't want to see that, but I want to see another 1-on-1 between Michin and Jada. Jay, what about you?
To me, this match was not bad. It was a decent match where, like you said, we got Michin, the non-SmackDown superstar, taking on Kalani in her first defense, and Kalani did her thing. I'm looking at this that the neck driver some type of neck driver she did, and the fact that when she was on top of Michin's head and she did that poison Rana, I was like, oh shit, that shit was fire. She got to continue, bringing out these moves out from her arsenal and continue her momentum, because the sky has a limit for a girl like her. Also, the fact that OTM came down there and was just confronting the OC, I was like, okay, now I see a mixed tag match between those three, between them and Michin and OC versus OTM with Jada. I wouldn't mind it. And also, when Jada came out and pushed Michin, Jada had a Jackie Robinson jersey. I thought that was tough. Nice. Came in with that baseball jersey. And Kalani picks up the win. But, her finisher, I like it, but I want her to add a little bit more flavor to it. It didn't look too clean, but she's getting there. And I want to continue to see her progress and make this title believable. So salute to Kalani for the win, and thank you, Shawn Michaels and company, for continuing the rivalry between Michin and Jada Parker.
Good viewpoints, fellas. Good viewpoints. And yeah, I agree with you, Jay. Like, and you too, also, Des. She definitely have to. I'm talking about our champion, our current champion, Kalani. She does have to step up, especially now with the fact that she is a champion, and there's going to be a lot of girls that's going to go after her. So yeah, you totally have to get better, or if you stay stagnant as to where you are right now, it's going to start being unbelievable. And it's going to be like to a point where every time you have a title match, you need some type of outside interference in order to win. And that's going to get played real quick. We want to see if you can actually do a full match by yourself and win by yourself. That is the definition of a champion. Yes, also do whatever it takes to win as a champion also, but we want to cheer for you. Give us a reason to cheer for you and like you, rather than say, you know what, this girl's corny. It's time for her to give it up. I'm tired of her. We're giving her a chance, and once again, she flipped the bag. She's doing the same thing over and over again. She hasn't improved, so yeah, whatever. And I also agree that I like how Miss Parker, Miss Parker, even in the baseball jersey, she is still sexy. I like how she had OTM distract the good brother so that she can do her thing, because don't forget they was right there on the side and they had their eyes glued to that ring. For whatever happens, they was ready to back Michin up as they should. So that was a very smart idea, and I see Miss Parker being intertwined in this story more. Michin, I like this NXT Michin. And Des, I think the reason why they have her on SmackDown is just to give her some more airtime. If I was Michin, I would say yes also. I'm not going to say no. Tell me what to do. I'll do it. Hey, fuck it. But keep doing your thing on NXT because you are shining. You're doing awesome on NXT. Congratulations to our current champion, Kalani. After that, we had a backstage interview with Mr. Ethan Page. I'm sorry, this is one of those clips that I just could not find. And I bet my last penny is probably up somewhere now. But he was just basically complaining about, was he complaining about Oro and how he interfered and, well, not interfered, but attacked him, and they didn't, like, technically they wasn't eliminated because they went through the second rope and never came back in. So he does have a point with that. But if Des or Jay, do you guys know like in detail what that interview was, or we just gonna keep on
Yeah,
going?
he was pissed off about that, the fact that he was never eliminated from the match. Then he was like how he's gonna take care of business against Javon. Then he was also talking about he got to finish up on-site business with Oro. He said the next time that they see each other, they're gonna get at it. Then he was also then talking about how what do you call it? Trick. He hasn't beaten the best version of Ethan Page because Oro jumped him earlier that day in the parking lot. So he had a list of people that he needs to check off. You know, basically a to-do list, which it was called, and it started with Javon tonight.
Okay. So it makes sense then. It makes sense as to why he's doing what he's doing and he's saying what he's saying. So okay, makes sense. So after that, we have an Izzy Dame video package. It was cool. It's cute. Yeah, whatever. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I was coughing. I tell you what, let's do this quick commercial. I get myself together, and when we come back, Des, if you can, I want you to do that special shout out to that special someone that's in the listening section right now. But let's take this quick commercial, and we'll be right back with more the Three Bells Podcast.
You guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast with Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac.
Acknowledge me.
Coming to you live each and every Monday night for Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live on stereo and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Yeah.
So I'm being put on the spot right now. So I'll give it a try. This one goes out to you. Ooh, right? Yeah. Spotlight. Hey, Spotlight. What's going on, Spotlight? Ooh, yeah. I don't have my laptop tonight, so Spotlight. There you go. That's it. That's it. That is all.
That's it.
Shane,
That's
what
what
are
we
you
need.
doing?
I was trying to get my bass playing going. I was trying to get my percussions, but yeah, I was trying to back
And
you
Jay
up, man.
is no help over there. God damn it. We're supposed to be one band, one sound. What the hell, Jay?
He's probably coughing, laughing at us.
I would be too. Oh man, that was terrible. Look, Spotlight didn't even leave no emojis or nothing.
Oh, that's what he was doing.
How you doing, Gucci? Ain't nothing without you, girl. And the dance floor ain't nothing without you, girl. You a showstopper.
Mm. Okay.
Ain't nothing without you, girl. And the dance floor ain't nothing without you, girl.
Okay, Jay. Thank you. Okay. Jay, you are super duper loud. Are you aware of that? The spotlight. The spotlight.
But that's not the song we usually use for her.
No, Jay wanted to be different. He wanted to remix. But it did say spotlight, so. But it was yelling like spotlight.
It was like Logan Paul,
Okay.
Logan Paul.
I wish my mic was loud like that. Yeesh.
Logan
At least I
Paul.
tried. I tried.
Yeah, but why couldn't you just go along with what we were doing? Why'd you have to change the song?
He probably couldn't find it. Like, that's probably the only song he could find, I guess.
It's called Superstar.
I didn't know. I did not know.
Now you know. Now you know. But I'm sure Jay would know this because we're back. It's the Three Bells podcast. It's Tuesday night and we are recapping NXT. This is, by the way, our host swap week, which is why I'm hosting tonight. Jay hosted last night's Raw, and Uncle Dez is going to host Friday SmackDown. So, Jay, while I have your attention, this tag team, our tag team champions, Exion and Mr. Frazier, what is going on with these two? This guy, Mr. Luca, came out with a contract. And this guy, he immediately grabs the contracts and signed it. I guess this is for a match for the cup with Frazier and Tony.
Right.
Yeah. What is?
Actually,
Yeah. Like.
Frazier's wanted he's wanted a shot at that cup. His name's on that cup, so he wants it back. From what I'm seeing is like we seen it in the earlier on when the Dawn got eliminated in the Rumble. If I'm not mistaken, Frazier was the one that eliminated him. So even last week, the same confrontation I think happened with them last time. So this is something that's been brewing, and I could see Frazier eventually breaking off into the singles category, but keep this little tag team thing you got going on with Axiom, because I have that slight feeling once you break off from Axiom, the sky's gonna be the limit on both. So I want them to do it at the right time whenever they do split up. But I do want to see Frazier get his chance. I think both of them get a chance at the North American Cup. That's what I think's gonna happen. At the Heritage Cup. Oopsie. I
So,
keep on making that mistake.
so a little more context to that segment. Axiom was pissed off at the fact that Frazier was in the Battle Royal, but didn't tell him. And then he's like, dude, why weren't you in the Battle Royal? Like, come on, man. It's a chance at, facing Trick for the NXT championship. And he's like, but bro, we're the tag team champions. Is that not good enough for you? And he's like, I know we are. And he picks up his belt. And he's like, I know. But he was like, come on, anybody will hop on that opportunity. And then, last week, Axiom was mad at the fact that Frazier was just completely zoned out and just looking at the cup. And then you fast forward to this week, and now Crucifino comes in with the contract, and he just jumped right on that opportunity. He was like, hell yeah, I don't need to hear nothing. Yes, I want it. So Axiom is just not happy at the fact that it seems like his partner's not really concentrating on the tag titles anymore. He wants solo success. And, from what I remember about these two, is that they were actually enemies, but they came together to form a tag team to be a part of the Dusty Cup. So they're fairly new in the sense of being a tag team, and they already had issues prior to becoming a tag team. So if those issues are starting to find their way back to the surface, like y'all said, I wouldn't mind seeing them go one-on-one because they're awesome. And even if they're tag team champions still and they go one-on-one, that's not something out of the ordinary. My favorite one-on-one match between two tag team champions is Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold at King of the Ring. That shit was awesome. So yeah, I'm all for it. Let's keep these cracks and the friction happening between the two of them, and let's see how they bounce back from it.
Thank you, Des. Thank you for giving us that more in-depth detail with that segment, because it's important moving forward in terms of their relationship. I see something big happening. I see them imploding, exploding, whatever you want to call it, but I see them eventually separating. And I didn't know that they had that history because of the simple fact that they worked so well together. And I see why that they was like a tag team, and I see why that they're, champions, because they're pretty cool as a team. But yeah, that guy Frazier with his eyes on the prize as a solo artist. Mm-hmm. To be continued.
Shame. I forgot.
Yes.
They also mentioned that there was going to be a tag team tournament starting next week, or something similar, something like that, where it decides who their next contenders are.
Yes, in time for Heat Wave, correct?
Right, and that's why Axiom's pissed off, and then he walked off, and then Frazier's like, "But dude, we're not even booked for next week. We're off." So, yeah.
Yeah. That's why Frazier was like, what's the big deal? We're not even, we're not doing anything, so why not? Type of thing. Let's see. But what we're talking about next, we spoke about this and we said, yeah, they might mention it, and they did. They spoke about Tatum Paxley at TNA, and she had a match versus Jordan Grace. Of course, Jordan Grace won, but it was interesting to see Tatum there, I guess. Like the crowd, I guess, loved it, whatever. I mean, Is there anything that you guys want to talk about this? About this once again, this wall being torn down and an NXT superstar is fighting the TNA superstar who was just here in NXT twice, had 2 matches, including in PLE, and was in a title match at NXT. I am looking for. I want to know who's the person at NXT that's going to go to TNA for a title match there, or was that a title match that Tatum had with Jordan? Because she's still the current champion, correct?
Correct. Right. Tatum, yeah,
But
Tatum
was
basically went over there. Tatum basically went over there for the title shot.
okay, okay,
Now you're
because
talking
she
about as
has
far as you're asking as far as men going over there, or
anyone.
hmm,
It could be
hmm,
anyone at this point, right? To call out the champions over there.
right? Ah, see, now that we're talking about it, when we talked about earlier about Javon possibly beating Trick, Trick could probably slide to TNA and challenge their champion Moose.
Ooh,
Ooh, I
ooh,
would
and
like that.
that moose is a beast. I know that much. That is a crazy sob. That moose.
Hmm.
That would be an awesome match. Moose and Trick.
And
Mm.
that's the guy that was going back and forth with Drew after Jordan made her debut on NXT the first time. That's remember when we were like the wrestlers were actually going back and forth on their own on Twitter.
Hmm.
That's who was going. That was the one that was going at Drew.
But see what you're doing now. You're bringing up Drew. Imagine Drew quit just to pop up on TNA tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow. You would say since it'll be Thursday in a day and a half. You think Drew does that?
What does he have to do with his wife?
Yeah. He does. But do you think while he has that time away to deal with home, you think he does a surprise pop up maybe next week if he can't do this week?
I don't see why
Just because
not.
just because of what Des just said that Drew was basically beefing with him online.
Hmm.
That could be something up there in the bag because Drew seems like he's already out the title hunt, so he could be lurking at another title. Mm. But
Right.
we know what's gonna happen. He's gonna go to TNA and try, and CM Punk is gonna show up again and punk his ass. Oh
Wow.
man,
So
he gave him the Ashton Kutcher punked.
now that's going to be something for Drew to be
Mm.
out there to fight for a title. And just as he's about to win, here comes CM Punk. Both of them at
Again.
TNA. That would be dynamite. Mm.
I could see AJ as well. AJ has history with TNA. Never know. He might try to go over there too.
I saw an image of AJ with someone.
Japan,
There's this. Yeah, that's is that what that is? The New Japan.
but Noah.
Yeah,
If
that
somebody's,
sounds familiar.
I did see something like that. That one
Yeah,
that they're going to Japan.
yeah. They announced it that CM Punk, AJ Styles would be competing in that company, and he was going back to Japan.
Oh, man,
Hmm.
that'll be dope.
Yeah, it's part of the partnership.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's another one of the companies that they're partnering with. It's TNA, it's Noah, and like I think it was 2 other companies that they mentioned that WWE is now partnering with.
Cool.
Whatever
Ooh,
company that EO Sky is going to compete in as well.
That's
yeah. I
right.
see.
She's in a match too. Yeah, Jay.
Ooh, ooh, that's fire.
Mm.
That's fire.
Oof. You know
See,
what
they
else is
making us
fire?
they making us watch other. They're forcing us to watch other wrestling.
Yeah,
Ay, ay,
yeah.
ay.
And I guess we're gonna have to see it online because I don't know how to find it on Cablevision. If anybody knows what channel TNA is on a Cablevision here in Brooklyn, let us know. Or New Japan, or what was that other one you said? There's Noah. I don't know, but I guess we have to look online or go to Twitter. We go to Twitter. Hmm. Before we continue, because I do have a clip that I want to play. Let's listen to this message.
Hi, Diz, Mundo, Shano Mac, Triple J, the Three Bell Podcast NXT Recap, WWE. Yeah. Hope you guys are having a great night. I'm in here listening. Catching what I can. I'm always late, but I'm trying to be on time. Shout out to you guys keeping this alive and going. I'm hashtagging and I always at on Instagram WWE. So if you hear from them, man, don't say nothing about me though, because I'll be like, I don't know nothing about that. All right, you have a good one. Oh, also YouTube.
The way she said your name, Daz.
I mean, he did sing to her, so
Right.
that would do it. She said your name interesting too. She said Triple G.
Yeah.
Really put the
Nah,
emphasis on triple.
not like she did
Say,
Daz.
hey,
I mean, of
Spotlight.
course, yeah.
Mundo.
Well, of course, because like I said,
Really?
he got that sexy voice, so he sang to her all sexy. So of course,
Oh man. Hey, Spotlight. How you doing, Spotlight?
see him, you hear him, you hear him. Hey, Spotlight. How you doing, Spotlight?
I don't
I
sound like
can't make
that.
my voice go that deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say
your
that
voice
sounds like
goes
a
deep.
murderer's voice, right? That was a murderer's
You go,
voice.
hey,
Like,
Spotlight.
You want to play a game?
This is how you sound.
That's
how you sound.
No, that other voice you made sounded like we was on fucking Saw.
This is how you sound. And when you sang to her, see, this is my voice here because I don't have a deep voice like you. But when you were singing to her, you was going, Spotlight.
I was not singing that low. What are you talking about? The notes are higher. Wow, Shane. Oh God.
That's why she showed you so much love. You did the special remix. Spotlight.
Yo, y'all still didn't see that? Y'all still didn't see that thing on Twitter with that lady where I got this clip from?
No, share the link. I haven't seen it. No.
Right.
Oh man,
Yeah, mess. Yeah, mess. But shout out to Spotlight and DJ Youngnut and Donatella. Versace. Donatella. Mm-hmm.
Shane and nah.
And nah. It's RJ. Yeah, that was my Des impression for tonight. There you go.
That was terrible. That was just
Oh wow, I get the whole gambit, huh? You just press the button. It's like you're playing the piano.
Because you're making me sound like one of those murderers in the horror films. I don't sound like that.
Why does a murderer have to sound like that? Like I just can't be a sexy cock diesel oily looking motherfucker laying here with the candles and rose petals on the bed, and I'm all oily and glistening, and I'm just ready for you, girl. I can't have that sexy voice. Why does it have to be me being a murderer? I'm just trying to be sexy.
It's a little scary. It's a little scary. It's coming on a little tad bit scary.
Why is it scary?
See, this is scary. This right here. I sound like one of those alien guys from The Fifth Element. Yeah.
Oh my
Where's
God.
the jewels?
We're here for the jewels. Bring
Lord
the
have mercy.
jewels or you die.
You see, that makes sense.
Bring me the
But you
jewels
was,
or die.
yeah, is that what
They were saying, bring the jewels or you die.
Yeah, that little the monster thingy and then set the
yeah, them
bomb.
ugly
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
God damn you, Shane. Now I want to watch The Fifth Element. Shit.
It was just on TV not a couple days back. Awesome movie.
Dude, I went through this phase last week where I sat and watched the entire Die Hard franchise because I love Bruce Willis. So I literally watched the entire franchise in 2 days. Oh man. It's so sad that he'll never do another movie. Can't even
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Bruce Willis, man.
Mm-hmm. And you know, quick fast, a lot of people are sad in the industry because they felt that he was difficult to work with. There
What?
was times where he couldn't remember his lines and stuff like that. And the whole time he had something going on, but nobody knew about it
Right.
until now.
See?
Yeah.
Mm.
But that's okay because at the end of the day, he's going to go down as one of the greatest action heroes of all time in all cinema. Bruce
Maybe
Willis, like that
V.
name
I
is going
think
to
he might be
infamy.
V. He might be V.
Really, over Arnold and over Arnold? Yeah, he's the action guy right
Bro,
there. But yeah, he's right there next to him. Him,
this
Arnold,
dude, come on.
Sylvester.
Dude. Die Hard, the franchise alone, he's a regular cop. Wowing on everybody. He's a cop. And then
Hmm.
the two Red movies, I love those movies. Red, with Morgan Freeman. I love that movie. I mean, with The Fifth Element. What's the other movie? The movie with Armageddon?
Armageddon with that
Dude,
awesome song.
yeah, like this dude is I think he is the greatest action hero in movie history. And then everybody else, honestly.
Yeah, he does have
In
an
my
amazing
opinion.
catalog. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, Bruce Willis is that guy. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Even his
Hmm.
last, even his last couple of movies were great. Like the ones that didn't really hit the movie theaters like that, because he made like 3, 4 in a row, and man, each
Yeah,
of them
because
movies were bangers, bro. They were all
at this
bangers.
point, at this point in the world these days, you don't even have to put movies in theaters. As long as you make a deal like with Netflix, like Adam Sandler, he has a deal with Netflix and he shoots out like 4 or 5 movies in a year. And I'm like, I love it because I don't like going to the movies anymore. So I don't have to, for real. And I'm like,
Hmm.
Adam Sandler is another one. I love Adam Sandler, man.
Oh,
He's another one of the goats.
yes.
Another one of the goats, man. Ooh, don't even get me started on this, man. What? The
Yes,
what?
we're gonna have a pop-up show. We should have a special movies edition and just talk about,
Movies,
our favorite actors and actresses and movies, and
bruh.
man, we'd be on
Please,
here
That'd be
for
let's do
cool.
that.
hours.
Let's do that. Because let me tell you about Jim Carrey. Uh-huh.
Oh no, 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 no. Don't start that. Do not open that book. Don't,
Alrighty
because
Come on.
then.
this wrestling show will be over. We will be here
Yo,
for like till the sun comes up. That's
yo.
another
Riddle me
amazing
this,
guy.
riddle me that.
Hmm. Okay,
Who's
stop it.
Uh,
afraid of
Quit
the
it.
big black
Quit it.
cat?
Okay.
That was a fire line.
Okay. Because for those of you who are listening, this is what we do a lot when we talk wrestling. Sometimes we just, we take a little time out and we talk about, like a current event or something that we like or something that happened that we want to share, and then we bounce right back into our program and still end in good timing. Hmm. Okay, so before we continue, we have a quick message. It's from Spotlight,
I don't know
fellas.
how far back you guys go, but I go back far. Remember Bruce Willis's first series with I can't think of her name, Moonlighting. Yeah,
Moonlighting.
the cheesy
Ooh.
Moonlighting movie. From then
We're
on,
telling our
he's
age
just
with
making
that.
all kind of movies. Yep, he's still living, so it's good to talk about him, give him flowers now. So yeah, kudos to you guys for that. And again, shout out to Queen Donatella. First ever queen of stereo. All right, I'll shut up now. I'm listening. Jeremy, I'm listening.
You don't have to shut up. There's no need for you to shut up, Spotlight. We
Come on,
love hearing your
Spotlight.
voice.
We love
No
you.
need.
We love you, girl.
It's
Thank you.
no need for you to be quiet.
See you doing it. See you doing it. See you doing it again.
What am I
No
doing?
need.
What are you talking about?
No need for you to be quiet, Spotlight.
I don't understand.
That's how you sound.
You guys
That's
always
how
say that
you
my voice
sound.
goes deep. Y'all always
Because
say my voice goes deep when
stereo
I'm talking
adds
Spotlight.
bass to your voice. That's why.
I don't have a clue.
Spotlight. You could talk all you want. You could talk all night, baby. I'm right here listening.
That is not.
Listening.
I don't sound like that.
Spotlight. Scooby Dooby.
Oh
I'm
man.
telling you, that's you the man.
Oh my gosh. And then I'm happy Lawan's not here because then, oh God,
Ooh, the one with wee.
bruh, my tag partner, right?
Your tag talker, your tag partner. Okay, so we're going back into wrestling. Speaking of favorites, we're gonna have this segment that involves our guy, Mr. Femi, and Dez's guy, him. This dude.
Doesn't it?
Wesley.
Once again, Oba.
Yeah, I didn't
still
want to
the
spoil
North
it, but go
American
ahead.
champion. Still the ruler of NXT. And I did tell everybody who would listen to me, I told them that no matter how many people step up to me at Battleground, the results remain the same. So I flew out to Vegas and I did what I do best. I dominated two men, Joe Coffey and Wes Lee. Two of the greatest that NXT has to offer. But they're nothing like me. There's nobody like me. So look in my eyes and riddle me this. Who can ever take this title from me?
Riddle me this.
And then comes West. I wasn't going to say it, but Des beat me to it.
To answer your question, that would be me. You see, you know, I know. Hell, everybody that watched in Vegas knows. You sure as hell didn't pin me.
Again. Really, Wes? Listen, your little obsession with this title that was once yours is really beginning to irritate me.
Is it? I don't care.
Let me just pause at this video because I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a little melee that was going on in the audience behind Femi. Did you guys catch that? Which is why
I wrote
Wes
it down.
kind
I
of
wrote it down.
paused.
Wait, say that
Oh, you
again.
wrote it down.
I wrote it down.
Something.
I wrote something happened in the crowd while he was talking.
Oh, Shane, yeah, you showed us.
Yeah. That that clip that I
from,
shared.
The guy from last week, the not black guy that
Not the
Jay
black
thought.
guy.
They said it's Jensen.
Right, but did he get fired or something that we don't know? I don't. Was he in that round of cuts that happened?
They're acting as if they cut him. It's all an act for him.
No, I'm just saying because then it would make sense. But I'm just saying because how you just randomly act like you cut somebody and then didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
didn't he have a match? He had some match way back. Wasn't Briggs like his partner or
His
brother
tag,
or something?
Yes. It was him.
That was mad months ago.
Yeah.
It was Jensen and Briggs and Fallon Henley. They were a trio.
But what I'm saying is, how can you do this without mentioning that you let him go? It doesn't make sense. Like, it's just now that you put a name to the person, it's like, what the hell? What the hell?
He's been tweeting stuff out. That's why, like I said last week, he was tweeting shit out as if he got fired and talking shit about like Sexy Red when she appeared. You know, like you put in people
Oh
ahead of
yeah, I remember
me
that.
and shit.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was lashing out pretty much on Twitter. So it's a sell. He's selling it to us like he got fired.
Well, it was funny because it really distracted the hell out of Wesley and over. I mean, I don't know if he
Yeah.
did that because of the fact that the fans weren't paying them no attention. So it was like, why continue with the lines? Because they're not even looking at us; they're looking over there. And the fact that they didn't shy away from it because they kept the camera angle at Oba, which surpassed him into what was happening behind him.
Mm-hmm. But there is that. I don't know if I sent that clip. There's a separate angle where you see more clearly, and that's how we know that it's actually
Yeah,
Jensen.
it looked like it was from a fan. A fan was
Yeah.
recording what was happening because you could hear the fans talking like, "Oh my gosh, is that what the hell, man?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They was
because then
going in.
even
That security was going in too.
yeah, because even the camera, well, NXT security is different from Raw and SmackDown as we can see. But
Mm-hmm.
even when they had the camera on West, you saw the security guard behind him just running down the stairs, and then that's when you were just like, okay, what happened? And then West stopped, and then they had the next camera angle, and then you see that same security guard running towards where they were. I'm like, oh, okay, the hell, weird.
But that's definitely to be continued. Definitely to be continued. But we have more of this promo. Hit it.
You see, when I came back, I was gunning for one thing. You.
Now they taking him out.
And you know how badly I wanted to test myself against you one-on-one. Hell, I even had the opportunity tonight to be in the Battle Royal for the NXT Championship. And I respectfully
Whoa.
declined.
You
Why?
declined.
Because all of my energy, every ounce of my focus is on my North American Championship and getting it back.
Wes, I've realized that you're going in circles round and round, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it, and I'm done.
Oba! Don't turn your back on me.
Okay.
You see, you have everything going for you right now. You are making headlines every week. You have guys like Big E saying that you are their favorite superstar. And they are treating you like the greatest North American champion everywhere you go. But you know deep down what I am to that title, unless you do something about it. And I'm giving you that opportunity to. But just know that you will be facing a different kind of cardiac kid when you face me one-on-one. And I'm going to show you exactly why it is my name in all the record books, not yours.
Wes, it seems like you have a lot of faith in yourself. It seems like all these people have a lot of faith in you. They really believe that you can win back this title. But that's neither here nor there. What really concerns me is changing those record books. So, Wes, I will give you your one-on-one match. However, this will be the first and final time you challenge for this as long as I am champion. So what's it going to be, Wes? Do we have an accord?
You got it.
And there you have it, fellas. We have got ourselves a title match for Uber Femi and Wesley for the North American Championship. But my thing is, Des and Jay, where was this Wes in Vegas, where he had the opportunity to take the title? What had happened? What's the difference between that guy and this guy that's calling them out?
Well, it's like he said, it wasn't a one-on-one match. You had a third person to worry about in the match. So, I can't get my groove on trying to beat you down, and then next thing you know, I'm getting attacked from behind. He said, I'm a different person when it's one-on-one. And I believe it because all of my attention is on you only. I don't have to worry about the next person. Plain and simple, Jay.
We, basically, yeah, he was in a match where there was other people in it, so he feels like his opportunity wasn't really there. But my question with this is, why isn't Oba being talked about as far as in the title hunt, the big boy title hunt? To me, it feels like he's been jumped over, and like we seen earlier with Javon Evans winning the Battle Royal. To me, it seems like he's already ahead of Oba without a title. I think Wesley regains this North American title, and Oba moves on to bigger heights.
Oh, well, there you
After
go.
this.
You answered your own
I
question.
answered my own. Yeah, I was about dumbass me.
I was about to say to you,
Yeah,
like,
like what the
Jay,
fuck?
I was about to say to you, I'm like, I think it's the same. It's the Gunther situations, like how I was telling y'all back then. Like he's gonna drop the title and move to that next level. So yeah, I agree with you, but I don't know. I think that his thing is he's still fresh. He's still is he even at 20 matches yet?
I don't know, but Javon is already ahead of him.
But
If you look
Javon
at
didn't win. He didn't win a championship in his first 5 matches. He's still trying to
no,
get.
but
He's still building his name
yeah, but he's getting the main title shot. Oba got the mid card title shot.
because he was only like 6 matches in.
And what is Javon? About the same thing.
Right, but the thing is, he's not going to win the championship. Like I told you, I'm just think they're just trying to get him over, and then eventually he's going to probably be brought down to mid card level just so they can build him into the main adventure. Right now, they're just trying to build his character into somebody, and then after that, build him into main adventure. Because if we'll discuss this more at the main event, because I almost skyrocketed straight over to that to make a point. So yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to that. We're almost there. So just hang in there.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so we're backstage with Mr. Hank and Tank, and they're basically calling out New Catch Republic. I guess one of those guys was received the spinneroonie type of thingy, and I guess it bothered him, which it should. So I guess we're going to see that match in the future. Hank and Tank versus NCR. Am I saying that right?
Shane, Jay,
Yes.
watch this. Watch this, Jay. Shane, who's who?
Dude, I have no, and I was looking at their shirts to see which one said Hank or Tank, but the dude had both Hank and Tank, and then the other dude had HNT. I'm like, damn it, I have no idea who's who. I'm sorry.
I know,
Tank
that's
was
why I
the.
asked it.
I think Tank was the one in the Rumble.
The bigger one,
Right.
not
The one with the little
bigger, but
ponytail.
The medium one.
the husky dude. There we go. Throwback word
Yeah.
to the 90s.
Okay.
The husky dude.
The husky one, he's the Tank.
All right.
And Hank got
The
cleared
other one.
to return to action.
But Dez,
Oh, okay.
before y'all started watching NXT, Hank was security for like 3 months, getting bullied by other wrestlers.
See,
And
that
then
Triple H line is gonna live forever. I swear.
What, the spinneroonie?
No, he said that the security guards become the biggest superstars. He said they become world champions later down the line. Yeah, he said that in the press conference. Yeah, and he was
I saw the picture.
and
I
then
saw the
he
picture
said,
of Priest.
yeah, and he said, for instance, he used Sheamus.
Wow. Wow.
Oh man, but it's true because then you look back at all the earlier years, you just be like, damn, he was a security guard. Now, wow, he's right.
Now he's champion.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Look at how look at how Trick started. Trick came out with Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz. He was the
Really?
third guy. He was the third
Really?
guy in that. Yes.
Really?
He was the third man until he went to Mello.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that. I didn't even know.
No, you know either.
But you know, that's like when you watch movies from back in the day now, like Charlie's Angels. That scene when Cameron Diaz was the sexy engineer lady and all the nerds was following her. And then that one lady was talking to her. She was like really excited to meet her and all that. And when you watch it today, you're like, oh shit, that's Jennifer McCarthy. Like, wow, she's huge now, but back then you didn't even know who she was, but you'd just be like, wow, okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So,
interesting. So it's always interesting. It's always interesting to see, all the big stars and champions, their beginnings. And it's always an interesting story. Always. Because I'm always like in disbelief when I hear Stone Cold's theme song when you hear the glass sound and how nobody reacts. It's like little to no pop compared to moving forward after that. He gets one of the biggest pops. Even before that first beat drops, you hear the glass shatter and that pop is just loud. But there's a time where you got dead silence.
Shane.
Des?
Yeah, you're having like a moment right now where you're like,
oh no, am I going in and out?
It's Stone Cold, no pop.
Oh no, oh no. Okay, so quick, fast. Talk about the match number 4. I'm gonna try to reset. Talk about Fallon versus Carly Bright. Des and Jay, hit it.
All right, Jay. Can we just have a conversation together, Jay? Because I didn't write much about this match, and I wasn't really even sure, like, because the match was just, to me, it was kind of slow.
It was all out of sync.
Okay, I thank you, because I was just like, I couldn't connect to the match, and I honestly, in my opinion, I thought it was going to be one of those quick. You know how it's usually one of those fast matches within the show.
Right.
I thought that was going to be it, but it actually
Like,
lasted longer than I thought it would.
like when I was watching it, that girl was trying. She tried, but she really still. You could tell she's fairly new into the ring.
She needs to still be at the PC, but not on TV yet.
Right. Because Fallon, she made Fallon look horrible, and we know Fallon. We know Fallon is better than that.
Right.
And
go ahead.
The cool shit was seeing Wendy Chu.
I was about to say, what does she have to do with this, though? I was so confused by it. I'm like,
the shit in the locker room last week. Remember, they were talking to her in the locker room, and Wendy didn't want to talk.
But that was the same chick, because I forgot who came out there with Bright.
I forgot that girl's name.
Yeah, it'd be so many girls in one segment that I just be like, oh my gosh, I can't write fast enough, and they don't tell you who they are, so I'm just like, what the hell, man?
That was the same girl that congratulated Wendy Chu on winning her match.
So then she choked her out as a baby.
She put her ass to sleep,
bruh. And that thing Booker was like, give her the pillow or something like that.
That was crazy.
Right.
Mic check. 1, 2. Am I good?
Shane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I better? Yeah. Wasn't that girl that Wendy Chu choked out was Kendall Gray?
I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
so. I didn't
That's
get
the
a
girl that
chance to
came
write
out
her
with
name.
Carly. Yeah,
I
that's the girl
said,
that
look,
came out with Carly.
yeah,
I
on my
just put
notes
old girl.
it
I just
says
put old girl in my notes. Old girl.
CJ. I was about to say in my
Yeah.
note that says Wendy Chu comes out and chokes out, and it's just blank. I don't know. So we're
Yeah.
gonna go with what you
Yeah.
said, Shane.
She put it in the
Like,
$1 million dream to sleep.
hmm
Yeah, she
but
did. That's what I'm
I ain't gonna be
saying.
fancy. Yeah.
How come they didn't say that? Remember, I said that last week when we were doing the recap, and I don't understand why don't they want to call it that? Because they didn't give it a name. They didn't say a sleeper. They just left it. And I'm like, well, that's obviously the $1 million dream. I mean, like Stone Cold used to do that. You
She's
know,
gonna probably name. She's gonna probably name it something different.
the go to
We don't.
sleep.
We don't. Nah, that's CM Punk.
I know.
All right. So you guys spoke
We'll
about the
see.
match, yes?
Yes, we spoke about it
Okay.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Did you talk about what happened before the match with the N? Am I saying this right? NQCC and Tavion Heights.
No,
No.
you told us to talk about the match.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you had spoke about that also. But yeah, interesting what they was talking about. Yes.
I didn't
This
hear
dude
it.
Charlie Dempsey is just completely delusional, man. I mean, the fact that he summoned for them to get Tavion, and it took a week. But anyway, we'll just pretend that it was last week still. And then he sits him down and he says to him, you know, you're really good, and I want you to be a part of the NQCC. And then Tavion was like, okay. And it's like that just went right over his head. He's like, "Oh, you're putting up a hard bargain, man." He's like, "Okay, good stuff." And he was looking at him. He said, "What?" He was like, "All right, you're gonna go against what is it? What is it? What's his name? What's the other dude name?
Oh, Kemp.
Dame
Was it?
Kemp?
It's
Yeah."
Kemp. Yeah,
He's
I
like,
just call him
you're gonna
Kemp.
go against him next week, and if you lose, you're part of the group." And he's just sitting there like, well, "Huh?" Yo, oh my gosh. I think Kemp is hilarious because he's just like, what the hell is wrong with this dude, man? He's trying to be Tony so badly, and it's just so stupid. But it's so stupid because and it's so funny. That's the thing. It is hilarious, man. Like that reaction from Tavion was just when he was like, okay, like it was okay, I'll be a
Yeah.
part of the
Right.
group.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
when he told him that, oh, you got it, he's like, what? Like you didn't just hear what I just said. I'll be a part of the group, bro. That dude, Charlie Dempsey, is something else, man. Hilarious.
Ever since his father came back, he's got into a leadership role.
Well, he thinks that he's in the leadership role.
Right.
He's
Thinks he's
trying
part
to
of a
be.
thing.
Yeah, he thinks that capiche. Like I don't know. I think the funniest one out of it is Kim because he's just like, bro, what? Like,
That's gonna be a good match, though. That's gonna be
yeah.
a good match. From what I remember when I saw from Tavion, and I remember we spoke about him, and I remember saying that I want to see more because he impressed me that first time.
Mm-hmm.
And Kemp, he's that big dude, right?
Yeah, the black guy.
Mm-hmm.
Gable Stevenson's brother.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a good match. Yeah. Looking forward to that. It's gonna be next week, as a matter of fact. So
Yep.
stick around for that. And congratulations to Mr. Fallon looking all sexy in her little cowboy outfit. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Was that the theme of the week? Cowboy.
It's working. Hey, whatever works, it worked. She was looking good.
Liv Morgan. Now
Mm-hmm.
her.
Mm-hmm. We'll see someone on Friday. Hopefully. Hopefully. But fellas, since I have you guys' attention, we're in the parking lot right now. Please tell me the name of this. Who is this guy that we are hearing from? Because at the same time that he was talking, that's where we see
Shane.
Yes.
One more. There was one more promo before that.
Oh, hit it.
Well, not a promo, but it was the NXT Anonymous, whoever the hell that is, and it was Gallus in the back, and they were pissed that Wes Lee got another chance at the North American Championship, and they were so mad. And the next thing you know, TNT came out of nowhere and attacked them and started beating the hell out of them, and then security and referees and everybody came and broke it up. But I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That's a good setup. It's a good setup. That's going to be a good match too. Gallus versus TNT.
And to just give you the name is Eddie Thorpe.
Eddie Thorpe. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. While he was talking, he was like, "Yeah, because NXT is hot right now, and he's willing to go for the NXT title. He's willing to go after the North American. He's willing to go after the cup. And all the while, if you look in the back, there's a cop car, and you have some cops holding Mr. Jensen being led to the cop car. Mm-hmm.
That's who the two. Those are the two people walking by.
Way in the back, you see flashing lights. It was the
cops. When I saw them.
They said, "Stop fighting! Stop fighting! Come on,
let's go." That shit looks so dark.
I'm like, yo, I'm listening to what Thorpe is saying, but I'm just watching the background and laughing at these people. Like, come on, over here. And I'm just like, I'm like, why are they so loud? But it was it's humor. It's hilarious. That shit was so funny. Like, oh man.
Yeah. And I'm glad they did that because it was so dark, you could barely see. So it was good that when you heard it, now you can see it more. So that was good.
And I guess this is all a part of the Triple H era, man. You got to really watch the background of everything. And I'm not going to lie. I've been failing a lot because I'm mad that I have to be reminded on Twitter of stuff that I'm watching and what I missed. When we say it every week, we got to watch everything.
We got to watch everything in the back. Almost like, see, Dad, you got me going this movie reference now. Airplane, where most of the comedy, like half of the comedy is the background. And it's like it's like the two main characters, they talk gibberish on purpose so that you can see what's going on around them. That's where the real action is going. That's where the real action is happening. I don't know why I think of that movie when I see stuff like this. But yeah, speaking of stuff like that, we're back in the ring, fellas. Match number 5. We have Chase U versus the Good Brothers, a.k.a. OC, Gallows and Anderson. But before we have that match, we have this little segment. It looks like in a medical room, where once again we got a little homie, Mr. Evans, and he gets a surprise visit from the one and only.
Hey, I'm going to heat wave. Come on, dog. Come on, now.
Jabbar.
Yo.
Congrats on the Battle Royal, man.
I appreciate it.
I think you pulled a trick with it tonight.
Come on now.
2 matches in one night, huh?
Come on now.
Let's talk about it.
You know what I got to do. Your boy got to keep pushing.
Yeah.
Hey.
Whoa. You good?
Yeah, we good. Appreciate you, dog.
Good. Look, man, Ethan Page is a bad boy. Look, he stepped right into NXT, hustled his way into a title shot with me. Now he's trying to do it all again with you, man. Look, you got to put an end to all of this.
Hey, he goofy. He ain't nothing to worry about.
Yeah, look, man. Well, that's why you need to take care of him for real this time.
Facts, but he thinks it's a game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, Ethan Page, look, this dude, like, I don't think he belongs here in NXT. I don't care how long he's signed on his contract. To me, he always going to be an outsider.
Real talk. Tonight I'm going to do what I got to do. Get that W. There's me and you for that title, my boy. Come on now, he wave.
Hey, man. Take care of business.
You know, I got you.
That's all it's going to be.
Straight like that.
Straight up.
You know what I like about this segment? First off, I like Des and Jay. I like how they're showing the relationship that Trick and Evans have. I also like how for a second, he showed his age when he was like, almost brushing Ethan to the side. What was that? he called him. He called him like some name. So it was like for
Goofy.
that, yeah, goofy. Yeah, that's something that a young person would say. You know, you're trying to tell somebody something, and then they just brush him over and say, "Oh, he's just goofy. He's just playing. I ain't paying him no mind." Like that type of thing. So I like how he said that to show his youth and to show his naivete. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, yeah. That's why I like this little segment, and that's why I played it. You guys have any thoughts on this before we move forward? I mean, I know it's not that big of a deal, but it's telling moving forward with the
Are
relationship and his naivety.
are they recreating Trick and Mello with these two? Trick now being the guy, and because he's taken Javon under his wing like he's a little bro, and you know, are they trying to create that bond? Because they've clicked, and honestly, he's been in the main event because of Trick, and you know, they tag teamed with each other and had Sexy Red and all that. You know, they've been in, he was what do you call it, defending Trick when Metaphor was trying to say that Trick was attacking people behind the scenes, and you know, after they attacked Trick, you know, this has been going on for about a month or so. So, like, do you guys think that they're trying to recreate something similar to that?
I wouldn't be mad if they did. I wouldn't be mad.
Quite possibly. With the way you're saying it, as if tricks the leader, and now Javon is the guy looking up to him. Same way Trick was looking up to Mello in the beginning. Yeah,
Right.
definitely I could see that.
So, but the different dynamic is Trick is all for the two of them going after each other, you know, for the title. It's business. But do you, now, just off of what you guys were saying earlier, it's like if he loses, now does that whole thing change? Like now, does he become the pissed off older sibling or whatever? Like, I want my shit back, you know? Like,
Right. We have to see, but we have to see where that comes from, because if Evans go there some way somehow, we need to figure out where is that coming from, because just now we see that they both, mad cool, showing love and everything. They had that language thing going, so it's, yeah, I can see that, but again, make it make sense. Don't just out of nowhere flip the coin and just have, Trick flip out and just be mad and just be the bad guy just because. Like, make sure that it's like a good story so that we can say, wow, I don't blame Trick for being mad like that. Just like when they had it with him and Mello. Oh, we understand why Mello was like that.
I would say the story would be the fact that it's legitimately the same thing as Mello, where it's like you are where you are because of me. If I wasn't me, you wouldn't be you. You wouldn't have been in the main event picture if it wasn't because of me. You know, you teamed up with me first to be in the main event picture. And now look at you. All this rise that you're getting, all these other main events that you're getting. It's because of me. I can
Okay,
see him
well,
going. Yeah, I can see him
and
going. Go ahead.
yeah, and I get that, but Evans has to show that he doesn't need him. If Evans shows that cocky attitude that I did this by myself and I never needed your help, then then I will understand that story,
But
because it would be warrant.
but then does that make him the bad guy? Because that's not a good guy type characteristic that you would get. you would think more of the fact that Trick is jealous of the fact that he's celebrating. You know, he'll be the big guy and shake his hand after the match or whatever like that, congratulate him. But other than that, then as he's leaving, he looks back and he's like, God damn, he's excited. I won the title and all that, and then all these, because they're gonna parade him around, and that just angers him, Trick, more. And then, yeah, that's when I don't think you're gonna get the turn off the rip. It'll just build off this just straight up jealousy.
Right. Like it will, yeah, yeah. Built that up, and that will be the reason. So yeah, you might have something there, Des. I would totally like to see that, but it would have to be gradual. I want it to be gradual. That way, when that turn actually happens, it's real heavy, rather than it being so light because there's not so much in there that was invested for that pinnacle moment to happen. Build it up big, right, Jay?
Right. Right. The book
So
that era
Jay,
might be coming to an end. Yes, talk to me.
yeah. So Jay, we're in the general manager's office again. So it's Ava and Mr. Stone and our women's North American champion Kalani. And who was this other young lady that was standing next to her before Ariana Grace came in?
I have
Do you know who she
no
was?
clue.
Wait,
No
hold
clue.
on, guys. Sorry. We didn't talk about the match. We, unless I forgot that we did, but did we skip over the
Oh,
match?
chase you and
Oh, the Chase
OC.
you in.
The OC.
Absolutely not. We did not at all. We did not at all. Des and Jay, whoever, Chase U versus the Good Brothers. And the reason why I had forgot because before the match actually started, that's when we saw, the Trick and Evans thing. But yeah, we're into the match now. Jay, then Des, Chase U versus Good Brothers. Hit it.
Well, with this match, it felt awkward to see just Ridge out there throwing up the U, and um Anderson and Chase started this match, and Chase was doing his thing. Him and Duke had a nice couple of double team moves that they did, which was all right. Gallows, that man hits hard. His uppercut is mean, it's vicious. Also, his big boot, love it because it really puts you down. But the match could have been better. But good, it's good to see that the OCs letting these up and coming tag teams beat them. So good win for the U. And let's see what happens now that they won without Riley being around. To be continued. That's
Yeah, well, for me, Jay, I felt the same way. I'm like, wow. Like, I love whenever I see Luke get in the ring because he reminds me of Diesel for some reason. Am I wrong on that assumption?
are we
No, I agree.
talking? We're talking Diesel as in WWF or the after.
Just Kevin Nash in general, whether it's Kevin Nash or Diesel, like he just reminds me of how big he is, how strong he is, and his movement, everything he does is big.
Right.
Like he just changes the dynamic of the match when he gets in. And I get mad at the fact that he tags Anderson in so fast because I'm like, honestly, Anderson doesn't really hold his own. You feel me? Luke is the anchor of that team. But yeah, I just want to go straight to the end because you already hit the points. I want to understand why Duke seemed kind of mad at the fact that Ridge helped them win. Is it like a code that Chase U has that they win clean, or like does he still not trust him? So he was faking his words earlier that even got them into this match in the first place. Like it was kind of confusing to me, Jay.
That's what I'm saying is like, he's up to something. He's a heel trying to make a good team go a different way. And Duke, plain old, Chase U was clean. They're a clean team. They don't want no help from nobody at all. And you seen that time when Rich, when a couple of weeks ago Rich had the chair and tried to toss that shit in.
Thea was like,
It's this
no.
right.
Oh wait, no. Yeah.
They were like, no, like this is what I'm saying with Ridge. They don't want Ridge to do heel shit. So Ridge is gonna slowly get frustrated. And just, like I said a couple of weeks ago, he's gonna probably beat all their asses one by one and make them separate. Something's gonna happen. He's gonna chair bash them.
You know what's funny though? What if Chase fucks with him? Because he's been fucking with him. Honestly, he was on him and Thea were the only ones that was truly with it. What if they split right down the middle? It's Riley and Duke, Chase and Ridge and Thea. And
I would want Thea to go on her own.
No, but what if I was about to say, and what if Thea and Chase don't see that side of Ridge that the other two do? So you know, like how it is in the movie, where I'm so sorry, Shane. I'm doing this all night tonight. So you know how it is in like Child's Play. Us, the audience, and the kid, we see what Chucky really is, but then the parents, they don't see that. They just see the doll. So what if, us and Ridge and Duke Duke and Riley see who Ridge really is, but yet Chase and Thea don't see that. They just see, the misunderstood character guy.
Yes. Ooh. That'll be something. Definitely.
Check out Des with his little producer outfit on.
I'm going back to my roots, y'all. I'm going back to my roots. What I used to do back in the early days of the Three Bells podcast.
Des was working gorilla position tonight out there in NXT.
Bruh, it was stressful. It was stressful back there, but it was fun. It was stressful though. It was fun.
Yeah, he had to take over Shawn Michaels' spot while Shawn Michaels was dealing with Mr. Joe Hendry. Yeah.
Hendry. No, but that would be really cool if I was able to be a part of the creative team. Like I'll just throw mad shit at them and be like, all right, what y'all got? And maybe we can just, because when I was a kid, I used to love writing stories and all that type of stuff. So it just never went away. Thinking of scenarios and how things can happen. And all that. Yeah, never went away.
And here we are at the Three Bells podcast table. Thanks to the imagination of Mundo.
Well,
AKA Mr. AKA and the CEO. I was waiting.
Hey. You say his name and he shall appear.
I see.
Shane, wouldn't you say that this is a WWE show? Why is that AEW music playing?
Because Shane has adapted and he knocked down his wall and suggested it actually.
Oh shit.
I jokingly suggested it and he took it and he ran with it. So
hey, only because I originally used to do it, but then you complained about it. It's like this is not this. So then I didn't have a theme. So
there you go again. That's how I sound to you.
That's Shane. I thought we understood that
how
that's
I
my
sound to you.
handicap. No, we understood that that's my handicap. Everybody sounds like that to me. I can't differentiate how anybody sounds. Everybody just sounds the same way. Come on now, ain't been embarrassing me on this. Oh
That's how I
gosh,
sound. That's a mess. That's a mess.
embarrassing me.
Hmm. You should be terrible.
Well, you make me sound like
That's
a
a mess.
murderer, like a goddamn.
That's a
You want to
mess.
play a game?
You know what? Because you've been bad, I'm sending you to the principal's office. I'm sending you to the general manager's Avis office. And you know who else is there? Mr. Stone, our North American Women's Champion, Kalani, and some mysterious girl that even Jay doesn't know. Maybe she's in the same boat as you on
I think that's
punishment.
the I think that's the same lady from last week and the week before, the one that ended up facing Jordan Grace. I just can't remember her name.
Chrissy,
Stevie.
Charlie, Stevie.
Yeah,
Ah, Stevie. Okay.
she
Okay.
just didn't get a chance to talk.
Right. She just made like a funny face that's like going viral right now.
Because she was pissed off at the fact that, she was probably thinking that they was talking about her, but she complains. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
but you're welcome, guys.
And then Ariana Grace came up and was like, "Yeah, I should be it. I should be the next one." And then lo and behold, our champion, she was like, she threw the name Soruka. Soruka? Yuck. How could you say her name? So now, fellas, next week we have a match with Ariana Grace versus Soruka for a chance at the Women's North American Championship title. So good luck, ladies. We see Trick Williams. He's coming down and he's going to join the announce table for he wants to sit and watch the main event unless there's something happen before that.
Yes,
Your audio,
Shane,
Shane.
you're happening.
My audio's happening again. Oh damn.
Yes, yes.
Okay, quick fast. Talk about the main event. I'll be right back.
Nope. After that, we see, like he said, we saw Trick coming down, and then we got a backstage with Chase U. Jay, did you see that?
Yes, I did. I seen that. I seen some of that.
Can you please just talk about it, and then I'll color in what I saw. For some reason, I had the TV on mute by accident, so I kind of missed it, and I was rushing through to catch up. But
To me, what I noticed in all of that is, like you were saying a few seconds ago about with Thea, and Thea seemed overly excited and happy, and you could see um on Duke's face, Duke wasn't too happy about the victory. Chase was all right with it, and Ridge was still questioning shit, and it's it just feels weird. Like something's about to happen.
is it
So
because, again? So I'm trying to think back. I don't think Chase saw what happened, and I think
no,
Thea was over by Chase. So instead of, because for most of the match she was standing with Ridge,
only Duke
uh,
saw it.
and yeah, so okay, so yeah, so it's the Chucky effect then, like I was saying.
Thea was busy jumping, yelling, screaming. Yeah, we won! Like like a cheerleader.
Right.
She was like, "Come on, come on!" So damn, that's why.
What?
With that, I don't want it to happen that way. But Ridge is crazy though. Ridge has
I
been
mean,
a sneaky mofo.
it's literally the thing that's happening to all the factions in WWE right now. Look at the bloodline. Look at Judgment Day. What we're predicting that might happen, the split of the Judgment Day. Most of these factions have been going on for years, so it's like eventually it has to be time. I mean, it happens to everybody.
Right. Chase, you've been together for a minute. They've been out for a
Right.
minute.
So, all right. So after that, we there was a backstage segment between Fallon and JC and Jasmine, and they were all just complaining about how things are being ran in NXT right now, basically because they're all not getting their way. And I'm just like, oh well, win matches. Like win matches and maybe things might turn around in your favor. Jay, you got anything to say on that?
Like, why did JC Jane keep the mask on? She could have took her mask off. She didn't need it.
Matter of fact, why did she have two masks on? She had the Cody mask on top of that one, and then when she got to the ring, she took the Cody mask off.
She should have kept the Cody one on and take the black one off.
Right. I mean, it's like, what's the point? What's the purpose of having that mask if you're not going to actually wear it to compete in? Like, if they're trying to push this dashing, if they're trying to push this dashing thing on you, then roll with it, run with it.
Dashing JC.
Right. Right now, she looked like the Black Mamba. She got the Kobe mask on.
Minus the snake skin.
Right.
Maybe she didn't want Cody's funk on her face.
Oh my God.
Maybe she had acne that was open and very sensitive. And they didn't know Cody's mask could have like given her a rash. It's possible.
Dead.
Speaking of rash, how's this my mic
I can't wait.
sound?
Still scratching.
Good grief.
I can't wait. I can't wait till Gigi Dolan finally gets her revenge on JC Jane. That's been brewing for so long. What the hell?
Shane, you okay back there?
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to get this.
Who you putting in the box?
Who am I putting in a?
I heard something go.
Yeah, we heard the background.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to. I'm doing the volume in case there's, in case there's a scratch on the fader. You know how sometimes you put a fader up and down and it makes like a electronic breaking sound. Sometimes if you do this, you can change the sound. How do I sound, by the way?
You're in and out, but you're going good right now. So
it's the typical stereo sound.
It's a stereo. It's my stereo sound.
It was what you were complaining to me about my sound. I think last week or the week before. I think it was last Tuesday, and he was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh, that's usually how it sounds on Fridays or whatever." It's like that.
When you had no yeah.
Yeah, the robot sound.
Okay. So I guess after 2 hours it starts acting up because we're at the 2 hour 20-minute mark.
So, but why would it act up on you? It's my invite.
I don't know.
They're like, oh, he's the host tonight. Get him.
The host tonight. Yeah.
Quiet him.
Yeah, get that Shane O'Max. Get him. Because he's Shane O'Max tonight.
And we're on the last match, so why can't they just let you rock? Like,
right. Oh, you're on the last match. Did you talk about it already, or you just now hitting it?
No, we talked about the other promos that happened in between, and we got into more of the Chase U stuff, and then we spoke about Fallon and JC and Jasmine, and why JC's not wearing. You came in on it. Why JC's not wearing the dashing Cody Rhodes mask, and then why she was wearing the mask backstage when she's not competing.
Mm-hmm. And rashes and bumps. Okay, cool.
Right.
Okay, so and now you guys going to talk about our main event match, Jovan versus Mr. Ethan Page. I mean, if you guys go ready, you could just go right on ahead and hit it. That's and change.
I mean, okay. Jay, would you rather just do what we've been doing and just have an open discussion?
Yeah, I kind of like this. Kind of cool. I like the open discussion thing. All.
Yeah, we're just bobbing back and forth on each other. Jay, you want to do that?
Yeah, I
How
don't
about the
mind.
main event, Jay? Yeah, hit it.
All right. Well,
Well,
go ahead.
We got Mr. EP, Mr. EP fighting Mr. Bouncy, and this was not bad of a mixture between the two guys. But you could see the ribs affecting Mr. Bouncy. Hmm.
Yeah. Um, I thought it was suicide, like just weird, not weird, but just crazy of him to even want to compete in another match after you just went through that battle royal to start the night. And not to mention you had individual battles within that, you had individual matches within that match. Why? So he's thinking that he had one match, but in reality, he fought all the people that he fought. Then he had the one-on-one with Dragon Lee. He had the one-on-one with Spears. He had the match basically with Paige. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why would you even? And then you're not even 100%, like legit, not even 100% because of what you did last week when you jumped into the damn announce table. Like, what?
He fought 26 people tonight, 25 people tonight.
Bro is
That's what he.
wow. But Shane, you caught what Trick said to him though, right? He was like, "Oh, you pulled a Trick Willie 2 matches in one night." Cocky.
Yeah, yeah.
But I the first move that had me just go like, God damn, was that I'm gonna call it sadistic side slam that Ethan Page hit on Evan. Like he put him way up in the air and then just dropped him. I'm like, gosh, I'm like, that's not gonna do your ribs no good. Like, oh, this dude is just crazy, crazy doing just competing in another match when you went through a battle royal like that, Jay.
I would have stood away from that, but then again, like I said, this kid's on a fast track to the top. You could just see how they building him, who they putting him ahead of, and you know the kid is scratching the surface. He's showing them that he can actually put the work in when necessary, when needed. So I don't
He
mind him at
he
this
has
age. He's like say us back in the days at 19, 20 years old, and we could have played 2 or 3 full court basketball games in a row, and then you know what? 2 hours later, we come right back to the basketball court and want to play another full quarter two, just because these guys beat us earlier and we want our revenge, and we gotta guarantee ourselves to beat them. This is how Javon is. He played earlier, played in the park, played with his friends. He beat up all his friends, and said, you know what? The guy who didn't like me earlier wants to fight me. So
mm,
why not? Why
but
not?
now Jay, now tell me, you saw I don't even know what to call it. I in my notes, Ethan grabbed Javon his hands. I think he crossed his arms together and then he pulled him up and then he turned that into a power slam. I was like, what? I'm like, I've never seen that before. Like he literally pulled him up off the mat into the air and completely power slammed him. I'm like, okay, that
That was
and like
something different.
right, and it shows me that Ethan is he's like Triple H. He's a cerebral competitor. He's aiming. He's just locked in on these hurt ribs. I don't care about nothing else. Hurt ribs. That's how I'm gonna beat you. Hurt ribs. I'm gonna beat you just that way. Everything. And then he had a throwback to Chris Jericho with that old school WCW Lion Tamer. with the knee in the back situation. I was just like, ooh. I'm like, I haven't seen that in years. Like, oh man, and he had him.
Didn't Paige catch him on the top ropes and caught him with some shit? If I'm not mistaken. I didn't write it down, but I could have sworn also during that match Ethan caught him off the ropes. Like he ran to the ropes and caught him and did some shit to him.
I don't know. I didn't write that down either.
Prior to the match ending, right? Literally like moments before it ended, there was a move he did from the rope. I can't recall it, but I thought it was kind of devious.
Shit. Right. I mean, I wrote down that Ethan is brutal and relentless. I was like,
because he attacked the ribs the entire match.
Yeah.
He didn't care.
From jump.
No other body part but them ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Because he tried to ground him with that because it would take the air out of him.
Right, and it's a big target. It's like it's right there. It's wrapped up right there for you. Like, hey, I'm hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Attack me. Do whatever you want.
Son couldn't be bouncy.
And then what was it? I believe it was. I think it was Javon. He hit him with that modified Blue Thunder Bomb, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, young buck. For real, I was like, okay, doing what he's doing, but still, like it was just too much. It was too much for him to take. And then he hit him with that outsiders razor's edge with authority. He sold the hell out of that, Shane.
He did.
He
like
sold.
I said, he's a good seller.
Bruh.
Well, what does this do? What does it do to Javon's momentum taking the L?
Nothing.
That's crazy. Yeah, like
Nothing. Because he's still the number one contender at the end of the day. He's still won the Battle Royal.
He won the Battle Royal.
You think Ethan's gonna complain next week and be like, "Look, I beat him. I should be in this too."
Well, I mean, judging by the way this ended, you know how he went and got into Trick's face, and Trick already said what he said about him. He doesn't think he belongs in NXT. He wants him gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then while that was happening, here comes Sean Spears coming to attack a wounded, hurt Javon. Like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? This dude is already hurt and he lost. Like, what should be? Because you lost? Oh, well, no, because he eliminated him.
He eliminated him.
Oh yeah,
and beat him last week.
He eliminated him.
Didn't Javon beat him last week?
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's plenty of reason. Right when the man is down and weak and can barely swing back, here you come. Yeah, that's that's real man view. Good timing.
But then Javon hits them with that double cutter, but the way the match ended, well, not the match, but how we cut off was that beautiful camera angle from up top, and you see all four of them in the ring and the championship in the middle. I'm like, are we doing a fatal four-way now? I'm like, do we want to see that fatal four-way? Because now you put into question, like, all right, well, Javon won, but yet Ethan has a point. He was never eliminated. That's why I said the Battle Royal is still going. He's like, I never got eliminated.
Right.
Because of oral.
Right. So, would you guys want to see that fatal four-way?
So isn't technically Oro is still in it too?
No,
he was never in it.
He was never in it. He just came out.
He wasn't in it.
No, he
came out in the outfit.
The ring. Yeah, he just jumped into the ring and started beating this dude's ass, and they fell off the ring and just was fighting to the back.
Hello, he had the jean outfit. Of course, he's not there to fight. Yeah, he had the Seth Rollins jean outfit on. Okay.
Hey, Berto. What up, Berto? I see you.
Hello. All right, so that was it, right? That's it for NXT.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What an episode, man.
Awesome episode. So before we end this and any episode here at the Three Bells podcast, we ask that $1 million question to the fellas here at the table. What is your Three Bells match and or moment of the night? No, you're supposed to stop, not repeat. Okay, there you go. Just want to show off in front of the company, my machine. We're going to start off with Jay and then Dez. No, we're going to start off with Jay and then I'll go and then we end with Dez. There you go.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say my match of the night will go to this isn't a good one. It's not that one. So I'm gonna go with the triple threat women's match that we got, the tag match, because we actually got to see more of Jakara tonight. And the fact that we got to see also the future championship match between Lola and Roxy in that ring. And the fact that they worked real good together to win the match. So that's my match of the night. And my moment of the night. Wow. I would have to say, damn, TikTok on this one. But I'm going to give it to Miss Kalani James on the move that she did earlier that almost looked like it broke Meechin's neck. I'm going to go with that one as my move of the night, moment of the night for myself that I liked. So there you have it. My match and moment of the night.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was rough to think about this one. Really rough.
Cool, man. Cool. My match of the night, I actually agree with Jay. The women's triple threat match. You know, it was really good to see the power of Lash, and it was good to see Jakara for the first time. And it was also awesome to see Miss Lara and Miss Roxy as a tag team. I would love to see them tag team again. Calling it out there. What did I say wrong now? Whose name
You
did
can
I
say it.
mispronounce?
You can say it. You can say it, Des.
You said Miss Lara and Roxy as a tag team. Who the hell is that?
Lola Vice and
You said
Roxanne
you
Perez.
said you said Laura. You
Yeah,
said Laura.
I'm like, who?
It's late. I'm old. I'm trying to hurry up and end this show.
Yo,
So
you
yeah,
know, my fingers
Lola,
stay ready, man.
Leela, Lala. We know who she is.
No,
Lola Vice and
no.
Roxy. Anyway, that's my match of the night. See how they laugh at me. They don't help me up the steps enough, and they just laugh at me as I fall down the steps.
We're
Old
all
ass
gonna laugh
man,
at
and
you.
they're always gonna laugh at me. I got my cane all over my neck, and they just laugh, not even helping. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
It's so sad how they treat old people. It is so sad.
Life alert.
Yeah.
Just with one click of the button.
Oh man.
And that don't work either. They say, "What's the address?" They say, "What's the address?" East New York. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have too many units out today. Oh God.
I can't get up though.
I can't. Right, I can't get up. You know,
We'll
these
get
guys is
there.
laughing at me.
We'll
I'm
get there
like
eventually.
choking. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, we'll get there someday.
Eventually.
Yeah. Yeah,
Someday.
one of these days. Yeah, some days, and today's Juneteenth, so
Somewhere.
yeah, probably Thursday. Oh,
It's a holiday. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's a
Oh,
holiday, so. Anyway, my moment of the night, and it's so funny. It's seeing Mr. Jensen getting taken out of the arena and being led to the cop car, the police. That is my match finally, and my moment of the night.
All right. For me, my match of the night will go to the main event: Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. I enjoyed it. Um, I'm so invested in Evans. I love that they keep putting him with veterans who will help him grow in this game. And my moment of the night is that segment with NQCC. Charlie Dempsey is hilarious, man. His delusional self is hilarious to me. I get a kick out of that. So that's my oop, god damn it. Almost knocked the microphone down. That's my match moment of the night. Shane, you got 2 messages in the chamber before we go.
Yep, I'm going to empty that, and then we're going to close out. What say you?
Oh, is that what we're doing? Open discussion? Three Bells Podcast? NXT? Okay. I'm listening. Shout out to the listeners down below. We had Miguel Del Barrio. I think he had his football Facebook on there, but I don't know. Said he's been wrestling for 14 years and he'll talk about it. So that was nice of him to grace the page and come in. It's okay to just come in, but sometimes say something or leave some hearts and let us know you exist and that you're not a troll. But anyways, we know you're not. So what's up, Ebra? And Greg has been hanging in too. Greg, hi. Okay, back to you guys.
Thank you
Okay,
very
so it's
much,
official.
Spotlight.
It's official.
Yeah.
Des,
What?
I am going to request to the executives that we make Spotlight our official welcomer of the Three Bells Podcast.
Okay.
I think, yeah, she'd be like just to give shout out to everybody that's listening, and that'll probably encourage more people to listen so they can hear her say, you know,
Their names
and tags and stuff like that.
So we're gonna fire Mundo and move Spotlight into that role. That's not a problem. Spotlight, what say you?
I didn't make fun. You know anybody get fired? I don't want nobody get fired.
Spotlight, is that okay with you? Let us know, Spotlight. You are the official listeners column shout outer.
Shout out outer.
Our host, our welcome host.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's hear what Roberto has to say.
Can I throw in like one topic before y'all close it?
Absolutely, and I'm assuming I'm playing it now.
Mundo, you're getting fired. You're getting fired. You're getting fired, and they put on Spotlight. It's over.
Shut up, Roberto. What's your topic, bro?
You have 15 seconds. Because we're about to close out. We appreciate you.
Here we go.
Up, we got 1, we got 2. Oh, we got 2 separate.
Whoa. It's okay to have people recognized on here. I don't want to take the place of Mundo 24. Channel Mac and Triple J, y'all recognize when people are in. But I know y'all get in discussion so much. But it should not be left up to you guys to do the introduction. If they want to be heard, they should press the message button. Now I'm getting my words twisted. But all right, enjoy the podcast as always.
This is true. This is true. So, Mundo 24. Roberto, he's
really
replying.
No. But before you guys go, who is you guys' favorite tag team all time.
Ooh, that's a hard one. I don't have one, so if we're gonna be here for a while answering that question. I tell you what, if you come on the show, when?
What?
When can we answer
Yeah,
that question?
when Shane? Because what you thought you was about to throw it onto my show and tag it along to SmackDown. You ain't doing
No,
SmackDown this
no,
week.
that's why. No, that's why I stopped myself and I said when, as in this is an open. I'm not deciding it. This is an executive wink wink question because it's such a big question. It's a big, it's a broad question. So,
I
and
mean,
we're literally about to close. Like I was literally about to press the button to end the show.
Well, quick,
He's about
my
to
quick
add another
answer.
half hour.
you can't give a quick answer, Shane. I
The Three
can.
Bells podcast.
Jay. Wow.
That's
I'll
my
just say,
answer. Bring on
I'll just
anyone,
say,
we'll beat them all.
yeah. I'll say my answer real quick. I'm going to Usos.
And I'll say the New Day.
And
There you
I'll
go.
say AOP.
Oh, hell. So unserious. So unserious.
I literally only watch SmackDown and Raw. I don't know about NXT. I don't know about ECW. I only watch SmackDown and Raw. So yeah.
All right, so yeah, the New Day.
He's an AOP.
Yeah, Shane, really Shane, AOP. Have they won ever in anything, ever anywhere?
No.
All right.
Ever, yeah, they were tag
They
team
were
champions in NXT, weren't they?
For how long?
Doesn't matter how long they won.
They
Look,
suck.
Roberto. I'll tell you this much. You come visit me on Raw next week, and you won't have to do the messages thing. I'll bring you up because I know him personally. This is my boy right here. I love him to death right here. It's my little bro. So yeah, I'll let you speak. You speak and ask all the questions you want to ask because Shane and Jay will definitely love to answer the questions, and yeah, we'll clear up some time for you. I'm assuming this is a message from him.
All right, last one, and then we're close.
Copy.
I'm talking about all time Dead or Alive Evolution.
Evolution means that was Ric Flair.
Well, that's not a
and
tag team. That's a faction.
well, they were tag champions. I was about to say that's Ric Flair and Batista, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Like it was at one point, all four of them were gold holders. Yes, yeah,
right. Rick and Batista had the tag titles. Triple H was the world champion, and Randy was the Intercontinental champion.
Yeah. Okay, last one, Roberto, because we got to close out, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Tag team or faction, like, you feel me?
Okay.
All right, so Berto, yes, Shane wants to go home, and like I said, you can. I forgot I'm hosting SmackDown, so since I'm saying Raw, you can either show up. Well, we would love for you to show up on Friday if you are able to, and if not Friday, I'll be back on Monday hosting Raw, and you can show up there, and because I would love to have you and pick your brain as well to see how much you know about wrestling. But with that being said, Shane O'Mac, back to you, my man.
Okay, if there's anything else, we are closing.
And that's the bell, folks. You've been listening to the Three Bells Podcast with your hosts, Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac, bringing the thunder from the ring straight to your speakers. But a conversation doesn't end here. Keep the conversation going in the comments and follow us on our socials to get the latest scoop on WWE events and behind-the-scenes action. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and above all, stay tuned for more hot takes, news, in the world of wrestling. Expect the unexpected. See you on the next show, the Three Bells Podcast.
See, I heard Mac. Stay loud, stay proud, stay black.
I heard Max.
I heard Mac.
Oh, Lord. Really, what's wrong with our hearing?
Yeah. Maybe because it's coming from my computer, I hear Mac, and when you play it back on your computer, you hear Mac, right? Mac.
I don't
But then
know.
when
I've
you
been
play it,
hearing
I
different
hear
stuff.
Max. Yeah, I hear different for some reason. But oh well. Oh well.
Jay, what do you hear?
I hear Mac. I
Even
don't
when
hear
Dad's
Mac.
play it,
Right, I hear Mac.
you've never heard Max.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Then there's an I. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because I do hear Max sometime. Max.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mac.
And then I hear Mac. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so weird. So weird. Anyways, stay loud, stay proud, stay black.
Stay black. I put my fist up all the time.
Mm-hmm. And what better time to do it than today? For today is June 19th or Juneteenth, everyone. Quick fast. This is the day where Texas was the last state that got the news that slavery was over. June 19th, 1865. Hmm? Thank you, everybody, so much for joining in with our NXT recap show today. I hope I did you proud, Jay. Thank you, Des, for helping me out. And excuse us for the technical difficulties for me sounding like a crackhead robot. But hopefully, I will sound much better on Friday. Thank you to everybody that joined the discussion. Thank you to everybody that left a message. Spotlight, DJ Younger Nuts, Roberto, Lawan, Boom, everybody. Thank you so very much for the love that you always give us. And we love you back. Huh? Anyway, happy Juneteenth. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. We hope that you have a productive week and we will see you Friday. We are going to close out with Jay and then Des to follow because he's hosting Friday. This is your homie, Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells podcast table saying good fight. Good night. Jay?
This is your boy, Main Event, Triple J, now signing off. Shane, great job, bro. You handled NXT very well. I love your insight, love your talk. You did the damn thing. Mundo, you already know. See you on the other side of the planet. Spotlight, Pops, Berto, Boom, Lawan, and everybody else that tuned in tonight. Thank you very much. Bless y'all. And see y'all all Friday. Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah! What's up, everybody? You know what time it is.
Hey. Once again, everybody, it's your boy Mundo, a.k.a. Mr. A.K.A. himself. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. Thank you to everybody that left the message. Thank you everybody that stayed to listen. Everybody that popped in and out, and left messages. Thank y'all. Boom, LeBron, Spotlight, Pops, Berto, my brother. I love you. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, great 2 nights that we had so far to start off the week between Raw and NXT. Great job to Jay and Shane as we are doing mixed match host week. You guys did a great job. It was the first time that either one of you hosted Raw and God damn it, NXT, and I give you a clap for that one. Great job on that, fellas. As I always say, right above my little talking circle, tonight we have the Three Bells YouTube page. Like, share, subscribe to that. We also have TikTok, Instagram. And Shane, can I do it? Can I mention it, Shane? Can I mention it? You gotta get your permission.
Please do. Of course, you do. You the man. Hit
it. You know, but I still. But yeah, and we now have a Three Bells Podcast Facebook page. So please join us across social media. Yes, we are growing. Please help us to continue to grow. Like, share, subscribe. tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend, because there's a lot of people that's closeted wrestling fans, and they would definitely love to join in with us, because we definitely don't shy away from questions, concerns, and we bring people up to talk to us basically face to face or circle to circle. But with that being said, it's your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself. I'll see you guys on Friday, as I will be in the hosting chair for SmackDown recap. It's Three Bells Podcast. I'm out of here.
I don't see nobody who's stepping them big. I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody just with the beats. I don't see nobody, cause there ain't nobody. I say I'm the best cause ain't nobody got me. Running through the crowd like there ain't nobody who's better than me. I don't see nobody.
And as always, know ye.